and welcome to the Year of Shame Challenge, Season 8, Episode 7, I believe. The year is 2020. We're still in lockdown in certain areas, and it is August. Recording slightly late because even though we're in lockdown, locking these guys down to anything has been a bit of a pain in the arse. So I am your host this month, Richard Purvis.
That was his best pun of the show, by the way.
That is the best pun of the show, and I am, yeah, exactly. And I am attempting to top the peak of the curve of comedy, which was Dave's intro last month or whatever it is. So let's get around. Let me introduce you to four of the most gorgeous men on Zoom right now, and I will go around the room and I'll introduce you. So what I've done is I've written a limerick for each of you. Ooh. Believe it or not, you big hearts for that. So let's give this a go. And when I started writing these limericks, can you believe how hard it is to write a fucking limerick? Really hard. But there you go. Let me give it a go. So, first on the list, there was a middle-aged man called Duane who basically owned no games. He put people to sleep with his bass playing technique to avoid any medical claims. Hey! It's Duane Pearson, everybody.
That's awesome. Can I get that printed out and hang it on my wall? That is actually really, really good.
Thank you very much.
I'm very impressed.
I'm going to introduce. I'm going to come back to you, Duane. We'll introduce the next on the list. There was a middle-aged man called Stuart.
Hello.
Who claimed that he stuck to the rules throughout. He had a number of run-ins, made excuses like Cummings, and once again in the score, he was caught out. Hey, Stuart Whitehouse, everybody.
Yeah, hello, everybody.
Tenuous at the beginning.
Yeah,
strong finish.
I think I should Stew out. Anyway, fuck it. There was a middle-aged man called James who only played multiplayer games. He's always having a spat with his kids laughing cats, so he'll never reduce his pile of shame.
Sounds about right.
James Yarwood, everybody, give him a round of applause. Hello.
But unlike you old fuckers, I'm not middle-aged yet.
Yes, you are.
You look it.
Okay, so on to the final one.
Fucker.
You do.
Yeah.
You carry on eating. Put yourself on mute, man. Right, okay. And finally, and leastly, which is the standard joke, there was a middle-aged man called Dave Packer, who at most games was always the crapper. He always felt sick when he got pumped in the dick. He classed 5 everything without breaking the wrapper.
Hey.
Dave Packer, everybody.
Oh, brilliant.
Welcome, gentlemen. Is everyone all right?
All good.
Yeah,
all
good.
Not too bad.
I'm not sure what getting pumped in the dick means. Oh, David's challenge. I thought you meant my actual dick. Sorry. Okay. Right. Okay.
We're not got a mind like yours,
that.
Dave. We're not in the gutter.
Yeah. So the agenda for this month is that we're gonna do a little intro with everyone, have a little chat, see how we've been getting on with our piles of shame. We are then going to go on to new games with James. We're going to do some dick. And post that, we're going to go on to some questions. We've got some cracking community questions, and Duane has constructed that. So hopefully we'll get round to that. We'll make cover the past 2 months of failing to get round to the questions. So Duane, how have things being a New Zealand citizen been?
Really good, actually. Can't complain. Work's work. Been watching. Oh, weirdly, we've gone back and started watching Frasier because it's on Amazon Prime, and it's actually it holds up. It's actually really, really funny. So really, really enjoying that.
Well,
what
isn't that repeated continuously
probably
on cable channels? It is
on Channel 4. Yeah, it's on all the time, but I don't think it is here. So we're just watching it, and we started from the beginning. Gone all the way back to the very, very start, and we're just kind of working through that slowly. So there's that. on. I think you guys probably have it on Sky, but there's a show running in America, but based on a book called "I'll Be Gone in the Dark." It's a documentary style thing. So it's written by a woman called Michelle McNamara, who was married to Patton Oswalt, who is like this. No,
what?
You're thinking of Michelle McManus. Completely different.
What's more amazing about that, Duane, is that you actually nailed who the hell he was talking about.
My brain remembers random shit. It's just terrible.
That is utterly random shit.
Random shit. But
was she the large lass from Scotland?
Yes, she was.
Yeah, I remember that.
And I'm not sure she even won. Didn't she come second? She might have won. I don't know. I wasn't really paying that much attention. But anyway,
I doubt she ever comes second.
Fucking hell! Whoa,
Richard.
Mate. If you're listening, Michelle, we apologise.
That was. So I will then go on to say that this lady passed away. So her book is actually kind of posthumous. But anyway, this book is about this serial rapist and serial killer in California in the 70s, 80s. It's actually really, really good. The documentary is really good.
Lovely.
The book's really good. Really, really enjoying that, but it's dark.
Wow, that is two very different edges of a conversation there that we've just gone through,
isn't it?
With Popeye versus this,
yeah, absolutely, very, very different.
So you've been reading
that
as
watching and reading. So I've been doing both. Books, yeah, it's really, really good. I'd highly recommend it for people into the kind of true crime genre. I think it's anybody who's interested in that will really, really sort of enjoy that because it's really, really good. And
hang on, are you saying we've spoken about this before, isn't it? You read and watch. You read the book and then
sometimes
watch the...
Yeah, if it grabs me. So with Game of Thrones, I started watching and then I went and read all the books and overtook where I was in the show with the books. Even though I came to it really, really late and we were cramming, it's by I actually read...
So you spoiled the Red Wedding for yourself?
Getting ahead. So no, but the books are better. So I'm quite hipster there. The books are actually better, which were kind of proof when it kind of got to the point where they were past where the books were, and then those two guys couldn't actually keep up the quality of the writing. So I'm actually still really looking forward to the books coming out, so I'm actually see how it ends properly. And then I'll go on to gaming. Last of Us Part 2 finished. Not going to talk about it because I don't want to say any spoilers, but thoroughly enjoyed that. And then I've moved on to something I wanted something.
When did you play The Last of Us? What was the gap between playing The Last of Us?
The Last of Us Part 1 I played when it originally came out, and then I replayed it at the start of this challenge. So it was actually the first game I class 5'd just after New Year. So it's probably about 6-7 months between finishing one and then getting on to the next.
Is it as good as the first one? In your opinion, you're not spoiling anything, mate.
I'm saying nothing.
Saying your opinion.
Is it as good as the first one?
No, don't even say. That's a spoiler for me. Don't even talk about it. You've got that MLG group where you can spoil all away, and then on mid-January, I will be talking to you lots about it.
Okay. We'll have to do like a Year of Shame 2020 special after you finish, so we can talk about it.
I don't see why you can't get the enjoyment out of the game by just not even knowing that. Why you're so sensitive to spoilers. Surely you get the enjoyment.
Well, yeah, but I've said it before on the podcast. If somebody did spoil it, I'd still play it. It's just one of those things. I just prefer to go without knowing anything. But it doesn't matter. It's just more of an emotion that what you're about to say than what actually happens and the ins and outs.
Okay, well, I'm not going to give away any of the story or anything like that, but I will say it was probably one of the most emotionally arduous games I've ever played.
See, I don't like spoilers in video games, but films and stuff like that, I don't really care about spoilers in films. But video games, I'm like, I don't want spoilers in that because it's my thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Apart from the story, is all the combat similar?
Yeah,
or they add a few extra bits in.
Is
it basically a straight continuation?
It's essentially, yeah. I mean, it's all much of a muchness. There's some different kind of enemies to deal with. One particularly nasty one, sort of about 3/4 point, which made me swear a lot. There's lots. I think I said in the group chat, so there's a lot of fuck that guy kind of moments because you're just like having like the worst time. But no, I thoroughly enjoyed the game. I thought it was really, really good.
Actually, there is only one question I'd like to ask.
Yes.
Have they improved the companion AI? Because you remember in the first one where she just used to run out in the battlefield when you were trying to sneak and nobody saw them, but it was just broke the immersion of the game kind of thing? Or does that still happen?
It kind of think it happened like a couple of times. You're kind of thinking, oh no, it doesn't happen where they kind of just run out and kind of basically like knock them on the head like they seem to in the first one. But there are points where you're kind of thinking, no, you would potentially be seen there. Get down, you stupid person. But I think it is, the AI is kind of better, I think.
Okay, so what's left on that pile of shame of yours, if anything? What's the target for the end of the year?
Well, I was going to talk about this in one of the questions, because one of the questions kind of alludes to this kind of conversation, so I might save that till then. But I've got a few games, but I was kind of looking at my list and kind of thinking, some of these were sort of games I wasn't kind of.
I like the way even you won't call it a pile anymore. You just you were looking at my pile. It's now a list. It's a list of shame.
It's a sprinkling of dust on the floor.
It's a small mound. It's a small mound. I think. Okay, well, I'll talk about it now because as you brought it up. So, I think with lockdown, I actually during whilst that was on here, I actually ploughed through so many games. I think I've actually reached the point now on my completion that I actually expected to be at by the end of the year. So I've kind of thought, okay, if I get through this amount of games by the time the year's up, I'll actually be happy. And I actually think I'm kind of at that point or slightly beyond that point now.
You were knocking them off earlier in the year.
So I'm actually think I'm going to
kind of get through them at a race.
Yeah. I mean, I've slowed down a bit now, but
that's because you've got none left.
I've still got some left, you bastards.
But isn't it mad though? Look, because at the beginning of the year when we did, or at the end of last year when we all decided to do the challenge, obviously none of this COVID was around.
You had no idea this was all coming. We had all
this in plan, and then February happened. It was just like, oh.
Shit, exactly. So I went through so many games in that 6-8 weeks we were locked down here. So I'm at a point now where I'm actually, I think, beyond where I would have expected to have been by the end of the year, normally, given the amount of time I get to play under normal circumstances.
What are you going to play next then?
But that's fine. I mean, I'm actually almost finished. I decided to kind of go for something a little more lighthearted. I need something lighthearted after Last of Us 2 because it was, like I say, emotionally challenging. So I am playing on the Xbox One a game called Recore. Now, this, I think, is...
Xbox One? Where did that come from?
I've always had an Xbox One.
He bought it 2 weeks ago.
If Stu can do it, then...
Had an Xbox One.
To be honest, I've got an Xbox One that I haven't...
It doesn't... Well, it was open. It just doesn't get a lot of love because I only bought it for... I only buy the Xbox for... Mostly for the exclusives. So I've got Gears 5 still to play. Sunset Overdrive, I've actually finished. That was on the Xbox One. So anyway, at the moment I'm playing Recore, which is kind of, I think it's developed.
That got slated when that was first released.
Well, I think
is it a platformer or something.
It's kind of it's designed and developed by some of the people who did Metroid Prime 3, I believe, and Mega Man. So it kind of like spoke to me. I was like, oh, okay, that looks like it could be kind of fun. I think since its release, it's had a massive, massive patch because I think it was kind of criticised quite heavily for like really long loading times and that kind of thing. So they've kind of patched it quite heavily, and now it's actually quite playable. So I think I said somewhere, I think I was talking to somebody on one of the on the MLG message board about Xbox One games, and I said it's a solid 6-7 out of 10 for me. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it. there are some hard as nails platform type sections in it, which have made me swear quite a lot. Obviously, I swear a lot when I'm gaming.
What's your favourite swear word, Duane? What's your swear word of choice then? Is it bollocks? Bollocks.
Ratatouille.
Bollocks.
Yeah, what is it?
I'm trying.
Let's get Duane swearing. What's your naughtiest swear word, Duane? What would you dare say? Come on.
Do you remember that episode? I don't know if anybody ever saw. Probably didn't. Probably saw the repeat where somebody was interviewing Sid Vicious and a couple of members of the Sex Pistols, and they were trying to get him to swear on live TV, and he was actually.
He was the bloke interviewing him.
Yeah, I think it might have been. Actually.
That's his real name.
Yeah, I think that was the guy, and so Sid Vicious was kind of like, I'm not Sid Vicious. The other guy, Johnny Rotten, was kind of basically just not like getting into it, and he's just being goaded into swearing. And I thought that was quite mean at the time, because then they're going, "Oh my god, it's outrageous." He swore. It's like, well, the guy kind of pushed him into it. He was a bit of a.
Hey! Jesus Christ, Duane! Come on, mate. You didn't need to go that far. We were joking. Calm it down. Oh my god.
Duane.
I am disgusted.
Oh,
Mate.
I wish I hadn't asked. To be honest, and on that
I feel so
bombshell,
now he's just said that. Oh.
Stuart.
Yes. Hello.
We best quickly move on to Stuart. It's just I'm in absolute shock. That was awful. Stuart, other than Year of Shame, what else have you been cheating in this month?
Nothing.
No, you have not been cheating on anything?
No.
What are you planning to cheat on in August?
No. Nothing. I'm not a cheat. And I think you'll find the poll actually. You know what? I'm more angry with myself. I'm so bad at arguing.
It's 'cause you
I
didn't
didn't
have a leg
realise
to
how
stand on.
unprepared I was. No, I could listen. And this was the truth. I didn't bite for me. That was the thing. You can still bite other people's stuff. That you can still do that. It's not like I wasn't biting for me.
I think we've gone over these grounds.
Yeah, but you're the
start
fuckers
again.
who keep on bringing it up, not me.
Yeah, I didn't. I just asked.
Steady on.
What did you hear? What did you hear? I said, what have you, other than YOS, what else have you been doing?
No, you didn't
What
say
did
doing. You
mean
said
last?
cheating. You kept on using the word cheating. And if you want, when I edit it, I will keep on replaying your words over and over and over again.
Stop. We're going here again. This is
No.
Starsy.
Well, anyway,
stuff.
in the last month,
Tell us what you've been after, apart from having your shirt sewn for you.
that doesn't really work on radio, does it?
It doesn't. No.
I'm seeing the boys tonight, love. Make me a shirt, quick.
I've not really. Well, just normal work and stuff. Got the home cinema even more set up now, so it's even better now. Unfortunately, it keeps on bloody raining, which is a nightmare. So, but it's a big hit with the family. They love it and that. And now the night
Give us a bit of a rundown of the equipment you've got running there. Give us geek out a bit. What projector you're running? How you running the sound? What screen did you buy?
Amen projector. It's a really cheap 160 quid projector, and I think eventually, because this is all what I've done here is like kind of prove concept, I think I'll probably be buying a more expensive one in the next couple of years. But it's just an Amen 1080p projector, 120 inch screen, but we've got the garden furniture all laid out perfectly, so it's like a proper cinema. We've got outside bean bags, we've got, and now it's very geeky this. I've not really gone for a speaker because I've got lots of neighbours, and it's not really fair on them. So I've bought a headphone distribution amp, and so we all wear headphones, and it's ace. The kids know it, and everybody's got their own headphones.
You need to send me that.
Everybody's got their own headphone control, and so it's brilliant. It's really. I mean, the only drawback is it is a cable, but if you're good at cable management like I, then it's not really a problem. But I mean, that's the major thing I've been doing really. That's it, really. I mean, other stuff is just boring. I mean, work-related stuff or work around the house kind of stuff, but nothing really major. The family are very healthy, all good. So all good in that sense.
Okay. So what haven't you been playing this month?
Oh, I am so... Again, I think I'm in it. I'm not... You know what? I don't...
You're in the serious
No,
doldrums,
I'm not, though. That's
like.
the thing, though. I'm not. I am really not. I just can't stop playing Division 2. Right, last time we recorded, I was talking about God of War and how much it is brilliant, and it is. Yeah. But honestly, since our last recorded, I have not touched it. I've just.
How far did you get through it?
I think probably about 4 to 5 hours, maybe even 6 hours in. I wouldn't say it was like massive, but it was a nice good chunk. And I still love it. I keep it's always there. Just need to go back to it. But then Division 2 has a new event. Oh, I've got to go after this, and I've got to get this checkbox, and I've got to tick this, and it for some reason at the moment it really has its hooks in me, and I'm loving it, and I'm not regretting the Joker or anything like that. But also going back to what I was saying last month, I feel
you're thrashing the shit out of the Joker. Of course, you're not regretting it,
and and I feel guilty of not playing other stuff, but I don't want to at the moment. I'm really happy with what I have, and I'm sure what's going to happen is I'm going to be in it, and then all of a sudden it's just going to drop, and then I'll do something else. But at the moment, I'm quite surprised.
So there was no point even buying that game you bought last month and that other one.
You're cheating for no reason. It's unbelievable. Is there another DLC coming out for Division?
No, well, this is a strange thing because obviously there was the Kings of New York, I think it was called, but they've already on season 2, and you're thinking, well, that's weird because normally companies love money, and a new season comes out, they want to jump. No, there's been no charge. You can buy all the cosmetics up front if you wanted to, or you can just grind, which I'm doing. So,
what's keeping you interested?
It's
new. Is it cosmetics? Because it can't be guns.
I could not give a flying.
Well, what is keeping you interested then? What the hell are you actually
I think it's
doing?
like, I love Ubisoft games of the chick list. I love at the moment. There's an event going on where it's plus and negative, and so if you've got a plus sign on you, and you've got to shoot another enemy with a plus sign. If it's a negative, then you get electrocuted, kind of thing. And it goes on and on. But there's lots of little different challenges, and you've got to keep on doing those, and then you unlock caches, and then you could get an exotic weapon and all that stuff. But I think what it is, I don't really care what the equipment is or what it is. I like the checkbox. And the last event they did last month, all I wanted to do, when the event ended, I was a bit like, oh, I was enjoying got to get 10 of these. I enjoyed that bit.
When will they allow you back into gyms and a haircut and the pub in the Division? When are they easing that lockdown?
They've never let you in the pub. There's a barber in the Division. No. So, I don't know. I am a bit ashamed of my pile. My pile really has not progressed at all that much. But I did play Davis Challenge, which we'll talk about later. But that technically was on my pile. And to be fair, I had never had completed that game. So, Dave... That complete, so that's a tip.
Mate,
so I have completed.
It's off the pile.
It's completable.
Yeah.
You finish the 5 levels, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is that what it is? Yeah.
So
I've done them. I never completed it. So yeah, you go. I have completed the game without even realising.
Fair enough. Okay, that's fair enough. That's fair enough.
Yes.
Mr. Yarwood, you've been doing the 5K to get into shape. Yeah, that shape seems to be round.
Yeah. And it's not going to get any less round because I'm currently eating Chinese. I am.
You are, mate. Yeah, that is couch to 5K.
Back to couch.
And 5K and 43L and 11B and all the other things on many of the Chinese.
It's not been good for the last 3 weeks because I've done nothing in the last 3 weeks. Yeah, so might have to regress myself for a week.
What is that? Is that never-ending gaming on Call of Duty, work-related?
Those doors.
Yeah, no. I have no idea. No, cat, that's my Chinese. Go away. No idea why.
Laziness.
Probably, yeah. That's probably it. I've packified it.
Pure laziness.
No, I am going to go back to it.
Fair enough.
He says.
Fair enough.
But I mean,
fair enough. So
hang on,
you've been kicking your ass out of the pile of shame, have you?
Hang on, you actually have an incentive to do it. Remember, there was money involved.
Yeah, you're going to get loads of money.
Yes, there is. Hey, well, yeah.
So you got to get on that boat because you're going to lose out, mate.
I know.
That's your PS5 right there, mate.
I know.
Yeah.
I am going to get back on it.
600 quid, wasn't it?
He's going to pay for his PS5 or his Xbox Series X or whatever.
Xbox. So still PS5. So I will get back on that. But I mean, I haven't been completely fat and lazy and done nothing. I mean, went to Glastonbury tour today.
Okay.
What's that? Just a tour of Glastonbury.
It's like a mountain.
No, as in the hill.
Tour. TOR.
Yeah, you know the big hill with whatever it is on top of it.
I've been there many times at the festival.
So we walked.
I was drunk.
Isn't that where King Arthur's buried allegedly?
I didn't really have the chance. I didn't have a chance to read it. I had two kids going. Do we have to walk all the way up there? Oh, I'm tired. Oh, Daddy, it's windy. Oh, and as always, all kids do. Oh, come on, it's good for you. It's good exercise. And then last weekend we went to Hurst Castle down near Southampton, which was good. You can take a boat out to it, or you can walk the spit for 1.5 miles. We took the boat out, and then I made the kids walk it back. And again, it was, oh, Daddy, why? And then they made me carry a big fucking bag of rocks. Because I stupidly, after about 200 metres, when they were already bored, found a really nice rock. I went, look at this rock. What we could do is we could take that one home. You can see if you can find others. Literally within a couple of 100 metres, I had a bag full of rocks, which I was carrying. And then they were still dragging their feet.
Fantastic.
Whinging. Oh. But no, so I've been doing stuff. I've just not been doing the running, but I will get back on it.
So give us an update on the pile of shame then. What have you been playing? I think everyone's been a bit lackluster this month.
I started The Last of Us this month.
Yep.
And then I did what Stuart did. Was like, yeah, it's really good, really good. Put it down, and I haven't gone back to it for about 1.5 weeks, 2 weeks.
How far do you reckon you got?
I have no idea. I'm in there. I think I've played it for about 4 or 5 hours. Something like that.
Right.
Just the beginning then.
I have no idea. I mean, the last thing I remember is going into a hotel, and that's as far as I remember. Although bringing up that AI stuff, oh god, one of the points where you have to creep past about 4 or 5 guards in the dark, and Ellie and what's the other woman? Tess? Is it Tess? And they're just running around, and just running around, and the guards. Look, they're literally running past the guards, like a foot away from them, and the guards like, come like that, and it's like what the fuck? It's terrible. I looked at that, I thought, ooh, that's something that Naughty Dog would probably have to have a look at, but.
Yeah, the weird thing is, I remember when the game first came out on the PS3, because I pre-ordered it on the PS3 as well, and that was one of the biggest complaints. I mean, the game got 10 across the board, but that was the biggest complaint. What's the AI doing? Why is it just running out and, breaking the immersion of the game kind of thing? So,
yeah. Anything else been keeping you occupied? Are you just going to crack on through that, or are you just going to? What are you going to do for August?
Same shit. Although no FIFA Ultimate Team's done, and to be fair, so's Call of Duty Warzone for a bit as well. Well, it's not done.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't seen you on for a while.
The problem is, and I should probably stick at it, is I've got to the point where I was a bit overloaded with it. But it's one of those games that if you don't play it every now and again, you'll be shit at it, and then you'll be like, I don't want to play this shit anymore. So, I think
yes. And you did get quite angry at it. You were getting quite angry at it.
I always get angry at first-person shooters where you're shooting other people, other actual players online.
Yeah.
Because
back to Dead by Daylight.
Yeah, that's always fun. Again. I started or continued with the Sniper Elite 4 campaign as well. Or was it Sniper Elite 3? One or the other.
Okay.
So I played that for another couple of hours, and was like, eh. And then there is one other game I've revisited, but I can't talk about this talk about this game at this point of the podcast.
Why?
Because it's going to be David.
Ding ding ding! 10 points for Packer.
Okay. Fine. Okay, that's no problem at all. All right then, Dave. how have you been doing? You been doing anything?
Mate,
been doing anything of any interest in? How many rooms have you masturbated in your new house? Have you christened every room?
Also, why are you called Daniel?
Yeah, why are you...
What's going on there?
Why-
Yeah.
Right.
Have you been doing some chat roulette, Daniel?
Yeah.
Daniel Packer.
Look at the heavy sigh. The heavy sigh.
Come on, Dan.
I don't. My son's been using a laptop. To be honest, the honest answer is I just don't fucking know why.
Right. Why
he's
been on
logged in.
Zoom?
Dave has no idea.
Oh no, he has been on. No, he has been on Zoom because he's been having like school things on Zoom. They've been having school meetings.
Yeah, my kids have Zoom stuff as well.
So that's probably why that's happened. Other than that, to be honest, I've been doing DIY because we've moved recently. I've been doing loads of DIY. It's really been getting on my tits.
What's the worst DIY experience that you've had?
His wife walking in on him.
She was furious.
Like
she was absolutely furious. Mate, it's boring. I was painting some cove in earlier and it was getting on my nerves. So anyway, just DIY is just shit in it, really.
I can see you've made real progress with the one.
Oh, mate, this room is this is going to be the last room to be done, probably. Probably like you guys, I was a bit stunned about the news earlier of like the stabbing. That
What?
She got
Say again?
She got stabbed. That what was her name? That American actress got stabbed. Reese
Witherspoon.
No, it was with a knife.
Jesus Christ, that's about.
No, it's not.
Joke.
It's not.
It is.
Someone laid that on me the other day. I was laughing for about 25 minutes solid.
Holy shit!
Honestly, I've been getting at it anyway.
Honestly, easily amused.
Fucking rubbish. Anyway, now that's done with.
I honestly thought he had this absolute look on his face of actual concern, and I thought he was being serious. I thought somebody had actually been stabbed, and I'd missed it. And I thought, oh my god, who's been stabbed? This is horrendous.
Don't you love a good stabbing?
You do, Joe. You like those?
Can't believe I missed it.
Stabbing's got by me. What's happened there?
Yeah, I know. I'm normally like keep on top of what's going on in the world, but my goodness.
Yeah, I'll get my stab weekly, and it tells me exactly what's going on.
What else have I been doing? Second season of Umbrella Academy is dropped on Netflix.
Yes,
Are any of you guys into that?
Yeah, I've not seen it yet, but I'm very excited.
I've done a couple of episodes of that. I love that show. Season 1 was just brilliant.
Oh, sorry. Can I just steal your fun? I did watch something which I don't normally do, but I watched a program called Upload. The whole first season of Upload.
I've heard about it. Is it good? No.
Yes
No.
and no. No, it is a yes and no. Some bits are really good. It's a bit of a comedy and it's a bit of a, you die, but then you can transfer into a big supercomputer and you will live in a VR, and that's it really. So it's all about that. But I binge watched it also, and it was quite good. So do recommend it if you can be bothered. But yeah, sorry, Daniel, you carry on.
Is it good? Is it good though, Daniel?
Umbrella Academy.
The second
I've watched
series.
2 episodes. Yeah, well, I'm only 2 episodes in, so it's difficult to tell. But you can see they've had a bit more money to chuck at it. There's a kind of fight scene in episode 1, which you can tell they spent loads of money on because it just looks ace. Yeah, it's a real quirky character. It's brilliant. Love that show. If you haven't seen it, watch it. It's ace.
Okay, I'll download that for my ski trip. Well, I haven't watched the first season. I'll download everything that's out and then I'll watch
I
it.
didn't think you were going on your ski trip. I thought you'd blown it out.
No, I'm going to Queenstown next Sunday.
Very nice.
For a week.
Yeah.
There you go. You should have put that in your trip. So what have you been playing, Daniel?
Well, ironically, you know, I've got my own gaming room now, right? We've covered this off.
Well, you called it a gaming room.
I'm in it
Looks
now.
like it looks like I can see the
It looks like
I can see the fridge.
Really?
I can see the fridge.
It looks like a shitty outdoor toilet.
You have your gaming toilet, yes. Carry on.
Can't call his gaming toilet.
I've never played fewer video games than since I've owned a gaming room. Honestly,
The irony.
I've played. Yeah, it is pretty ironic. I've played nothing. Oh my god! No, I'll tell a lie. Actually, I finished Beyond Two Souls. That's the one I was playing with my daughter.
You mean your daughter finished?
No, she got fed up with it, to be honest, and she just said, "Oh, I'm not bothered."
She learned from
she
the
class
best.
vibed it. Yeah, taught her well. I thought, oh Christ, I've got to finish it because we're that far through. Which, to be fair, I was quite enjoying it. I'm not like you, like that'll finish a game I don't like just because.
Fair enough.
That was all right. It was okay. Nothing amazing, but it was all right. And I've obviously played a bit of Resogun with Stu. That is all I've played. That's all I've played.
So what are you going to do? What's next to knock off on the pile then in August?
The first thing I do is get myself. Well, I've got to get myself some time to game. The issue I'm having is I'm working. It's busy at work. I'm getting home. I'm doing some bits around the house, and then when it's time to kind of start doing some gaming, I'm just mentally just too tired. And I think, oh Christ, I just can't be arsed in a minute. So I don't know. I reinstalled God of War because I got a portion of the way through that. So potentially I'll
God of War 3, yeah?
No, God of War.
God of War 1. Just
the remake, the Nordic one.
The reboot. Right.
So I'm going to try and play some more of that, but we'll have to see what happens. But yeah, in terms of pile progress, really shit month.
How about you, Rich? What you been up to?
So this month I've been mainly camping. That's why my head looks like a fucking beetroot. Because I've been camping and so work, camping, that's about it. In terms of gaming, trying to complete the Outer Worlds, and I mentioned this on the chat.
Have you done it yet?
I fucking hate that game.
Oh wow!
I'm so bored of it. I'm so bored of it. It's. I thought it was going to be Borderlands meets Fallout. And it's the shit parts of Borderlands meets the shit parts of Fallout. I don't know. I just can't love it, if you know what I mean. I just can't get anything from it. So I think I'm just going to have to do an Etch-a-Sketch of all my plans. I'm just going to drop that. I won't class 5 it.
Why not? Mate, if you don't like it, just don't play it.
Yeah, I'm just not ready that's a
trap.
Class 5.
Hang on, Rich, that's a trap. He wants you to do that.
Honestly, genuinely,
You will not hear the end of it.
Who else has played it? Have you played Outer Worlds?
I loved it. Yeah, I think it was good. Completed it. Yeah. So.
What did you like?
I thought I found the game very linear. It was very, very linear. And when you went to a different world, it was literally 2 paths, and that was it. But I like the idea that you've got the choice of approaching the situations completely. You can go in guns blazing, you can go in that. So I was the talk. I think I played it a bit like the way Dave did, and then I just thought, and I love that because you know what, I love games where you can actually go in there and not kill anything. I know that's a bit of a controversial
for a man who plays Division 2, which is nothing but killing things.
I know. But I do like this kind of thing. I'd rather it's like Spider-Man, for instance. I love Spider-Man, and the thing what annoyed me is everybody played Spider-Man, by the way, before I start?
No.
There's no spoilers in this.
Absolutely.
No. Okay, there's no spoilers in this. But like you get waves, like you'll go to an area and there'll be like waves of an enemy, and there'll probably be about 5 waves. The first wave, you can stealth it, and it's brilliant. And then as soon as you kill, you take out, not by killing, but you knock them out, then the other 4 waves just come out after you. It's like, I'm going to say...
Did you play it on hard, though? Because I have not felt challenged at all. I've just sort of go in, generally shoot. I have not seen any or felt any of those tactics.
I can't remember.
I used Persuade and lads. I just felt I just didn't.
Sorry, we took Spider-Man then.
In Division, yeah. And so I know what you mean. Yes, I love Division because of that. I do love that in Division. I enjoy. To be honest, I enjoyed Division 2. I should get into it. I just don't want to get into it too much because it will be another one of those games and I won't complete anything else. So I do love it, but Outer Worlds. I think if you look at the pile that I've ticked off, The Witcher, Spider-Man, Star Wars, The Witcher, in that order, Horizon Zero Dawn. Those are all those type of Division 2 games where there's tactics and everything like that, and Outer Worlds have just broken it for me. There's a story I don't really care about, and to be honest, it pales in insignificance, especially if you come back off Horizon.
Fuck it off, mate. Just fuck it off. Get rid of it then.
Yeah. So I will pause that for now. So what I've done is I've actually gone back into. I'm going to start XCOM 2. I played a bit of XCOM 2 this morning.
What? Are you crazy? Oh. God, that would drive me mad.
I love that.
Oh, did
game.
you? Okay, I couldn't stand it only because.
To be honest, I've got to the. I jumped back into where I was on it, and I got stuck. I've got too many of my soldiers killed. I've not kind of developed my squad enough, and so I am stuck. So I just jumped in and tried to redo it, but I'm going to just scrub it and start again on XCOM 2, and that's what I'm going to do.
What I'm about to say now proves why I really did need to do this year a Change Challenge. Because, right, you just heard my reaction to XCOM. Yeah?
Yeah.
They released it on the Vita a couple of years ago, and I bought it. I knew I didn't like it. I played it before, and I went, it's a game on the Vita. I've got to own that, surely. It's going to be good. Oh, it was awful.
Mate, you've got a problem.
It was just terrible. It was the same. I have got a problem. It's you. But no.
Well, it is the same.
No, it's the same. Yeah, exactly. And I don't know why I bought it. It's like Skyrim, for instance. I don't like Skyrim, but I bought the VR one. And I'm thinking,
I've got 5 versions of uncompleted Skyrim.
Why did it? I don't even like Skyrim. I don't even like it, and I still bought the VR one.
Yeah, I as far as I got in the VR one was I went into the first the first village you get where you meet the first
the dragon what takes
carpenter. And all I spent 15 minutes touching up the innkeeper's wife in VR.
I haven't heard that phrase for years. Touching up.
Touching up the innkeeper's wife, yeah. So, and I was like, do you know what? I probably shouldn't be in this, in VR doing this.
My family could walk in a minute, and I haven't got any trousers on. That sort of thing, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm going to do some PC gaming. Well, I say PC gaming, PC games that work on a Mac, because that's all I've got at the moment. But that is XCOM, Wasteland 2. I'm going to go down the turn-based strategy for this month. I'm done with big open world story-based stuff for August. It's not.
You like the turn-based, don't you, Rich?
Yeah, slow old man.
So when
stuff.
Command and Conquer got re-released, was you itching then? Would you think you would have? I can imagine you being a character.
Command and Conquer isn't turn-based,
no,
is
it's
it?
An RTS.
It's RTS, isn't it?
Oh, sorry, I thought you were into RTS.
Oh, Christ, I don't like real-time strategy.
Okay, right, okay.
No, I'm too fucking old for real-time strategy. That confuses and scares me. No. I need time to think and chill out. Yeah, so that's it. Because this month I've been, like James, I've been throwing myself too much into Call of Duty, like you with Division 2. It's Call of Duty. Got half an hour, should play something, should crack on through an hour of that. I would have been done with Outer Worlds if I just shaved an hour off a day of what I was playing on Call of Duty. If I just did an hour on Outer Worlds, then went to Call of Duty.
You can't do that. You know that's silly what you've just said, because we can't do that. We can't do that.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't play like an hour of God of War and then an hour of Division. No, it's you've got to go in.
Exactly.
Nothing else, just in on that.
So. Exactly. So that's what I've been up to, guys. So we're going to crack on. Thanks for the intros. That's all good. So, does anyone know what the significance of April the 11th, 1954 is?
But I'm sure you're going to tell us.
2005, a scientist called William Turnstile, he was an executive at a search engine called True Knowledge, if anyone knows True Knowledge. It's a database that has 3 million facts and events over the history of, recorded history anyway, for the past 110 years. It links all of the events across the globe, all recorded in newspapers, in journals, online and diary. And basically he used it to calculate the answer to what was the most boring day in history. And it turns out that April the 11th, 1954, was the most boring day in history. And the notes say that only 3 things happened: a general election in Belgium, a Turkish academic was born, and a footballer called Jack Shufflebottom died, who used to play for Oldham Athletic, were the only notable events. And still, a day bereft of such content, substance and significance still holds more interest to me.
Hey, there it is.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's New Games with James.
Thanks for that, Rich. So this one is going to be quick, short, to the point, because I have done fuck all preparation. Plus, also, it is
Surely not.
Wait, no, because my other ones are prepared, boringly prepared, but they're prepared.
Some of them.
No.
Some of them.
Well, apart from the one when I went.
There's been at least one other where you've said,
There's
"Oh, I haven't
only
done
one.
anything."
To be honest, my favourite ones have been when he hasn't prepared anything. I think April was the best. Okay.
But I am going to do something a little bit different for the next one, which will make it.
You are going to keep your clothes on, aren't you?
Are you going to make it interesting?
No. It's going to be infinitely more boring.
Sorry.
But I'll just try and make it shorter. So, I just thought of 2 games off the top of my head at 3 minutes past 9 when I logged on to do this and thought, they're the only 2 games that I thought, actually, I've seen them being played. They look quite interesting. And the more I've seen of them, the more I think, oh yeah, they're definitely games I'd like. One of them is Fall Guys. You all know what Fall Guys is?
Plus.
That's the new PS Plus game, isn't it?
It's a new free.
It's PS Plus now, yeah.
It's a battle royale game, but it's colourful, it's cartoony, and it's against 60 other people, and it's a bit like an obstacle course type thing.
Yeah, there was a little bit of talk on the MLG Facebook page about it, and everybody wants to get into the beta, and then all of a sudden,
David Southall's really into that,
and then all of a sudden they released it for free.
Yeah, they did.
on PlayStation. So
it's one of those things that would be good. It doesn't look like a game I would sit there and play for a long time, but looks like a good game to have a good laugh with people every now and again.
I take it's Overwatch meets.
No, not at all. You literally you take control of what looks like a jelly bean. And so, for example, on one of the levels I saw, there's loads of mallets spinning round and barriers that can knock you off things.
Rich, can you remember It's a Knockout when we were kids?
Yes. Right.
That's what it is.
And on one of the levels I saw, it's like I said, loads of these little mallets, big mallets spinning round, barriers spinning round that'll knock you off platforms and things like that. And your character has a tail, and you have to keep your tail by not getting knocked off and things like that.
Where's the 60 people? They're all running the same course at the same time.
Do you remember, or have you watched Takeshi's Castle? It reminds me of that.
Can I just segue? I completely forgot to mention in my intro bit. I actually binge watched a show on Netflix, which is very intellectual, high caliber. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Called "The Floor Is Lava." And it's that kind of like thing where you kind of like trying to. I think the one level I saw that David had posted was like this giant rolling cylinder thing, and then you had to basically not fall off essentially. So it's that kind of thing. So yeah, Floor Is Lava. Watch that. That's great. Anyway.
Yeah, and that's
kind of
the problem with this game was I would completely ignore it if everyone wasn't talking about it.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
So would I.
You got to play it with friends. I would say this game.
So, but yeah, and the reason I said Takeshi's Castle is because 60 people, there's 100 people in Takeshi's Castle, but there's 60 people in this, and you run different things, and it whittles it down until there's one left standing, basically. And there's different challenges, there's different obstacle courses or challenges, and I know 50 you'll progress through, and then 40, blah, 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 blah.
Like kind of Little Big Planet-esque, is it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Kind of, yes. It just doesn't
aesthetically kind of.
Yeah, aesthetic, but
it is a shame because it does sound like a cracking game to play multiplayer.
Yeah, it does.
But
and the other game is Ghost of Tsushima.
This looks beautiful. Yeah. I don't know anything about it, but
it looks like a phenomenally good game. What were you about to say?
I nearly bought that the other day. I was so
you nearly cheated again.
I was so close. No, I've got a joker left. It was I nearly.
So what made you? Okay, what? Okay, tell us the situation you were in when it all happened. Were you pissed? Were you really depressed at work? Was you fed up doing?
No, I was in Tesco's and I've been reading quite a lot about it because it's been in the news and everything else, and it's been talked about a lot. And the thing that kind of really made me want to buy it was that the combat is supposed to be really good. At first, I thought it was the combat was like Dark Souls with respawning enemies and all the rest of it. And I thought, I'm going to cover that, but apparently it's not. It's not as hard as a Dark Souls game, which is good for me.
Yes.
And you guys have seen how it looks. It looks ace. The story is
all I've seen. Yeah, all I've seen is screenshots and then people, and this is the problem with spoilers, and I know what you're saying, is that no one's been saying anything about it, but they've been raving about it, and I've been going, I want to buy that, and actually when I think about it, I know nothing about it apart from seeing four or five screenshots that look beautiful and people raving about it, and I'm such an addict of just like, I just want to buy it.
Yeah, I think the closest analogy I've heard is it's like an Assassin's Creed game, but without the faff.
Yeah, and you're
I mean, come on, I did on the scene for 100 odd hours, so
yeah, you basically you take control of the last samurai on Tsushima Island.
Yeah, and I love that sort of shit.
Right, if I wasn't doing the challenge, I'd be buying that game. I would have had it. But the good thing is about January, it will definitely be in the January sales.
Yeah, that won't hold its value, that game. But
so in a way, again, if we haven't learnt anything, if you can hold off, you'll certainly get it cheaper later. But we can't do that because we're all addicts and we can't do it.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I'm sat here. This year of shame isn't going to change my habits at all.
No,
not even a little bit.
Maybe a little bit. Maybe what I'll do is think, going, but if I wait, but they're going, no, but you can't wait. What are you doing? You can't.
I see.
We'll be straight back in the fridge of shame, covered in sugar and jam and crying January the 1st, saying, what happened? I've just blown 500 quid on games that are a year
my
old.
problem has never been day one stuff. It's going onto the store and going, ooh, that game's been raved about a lot. It got some really good ratings. It's 10 quid. It's 15 quid.
Yeah, I've had 5 beers. That game's 10 quid.
Oh, no, nothing to do with beers. Nothing.
See, James, I think... I know that you won't anyway because you've said so in the past, but don't get to PC gaming because if you go on the store, you go to Steam,
it's not something.
And then that's it. Then it'll just be, I'll have everything then.
Yeah, it's just. But that's how That's how my massive list of multiplayer, big fuck off 60 hours games list, birthed and became this monstrous, horrible demon that is, let's be honest, never going to be fucking cleared. Ever. It's just going to get more heads and more arms. That's how it gets there, because it's like, oh.
Well, at least it's having a year off. So look at it like that.
And the good thing is, this has got me back into single player games. That's one thing it has.
Yeah.
Because The Last of Us is really fun to play. And obviously Horizon Zero Dawn.
I think you need to get back into it before you break. Otherwise, you're going to be back into the multiplayer hell before you know it. Because FIFA will come out, you'll joker it.
Well, I've already joked it, so unless someone buys it for me.
Yeah.
Wink, wink.
Fair enough. And that ain't going to happen. All right. Well, that's great. That's actually been one of the most interesting new games of James. It's short, sweet, and interesting, which is good. So on to the next section. So Leicester City. Eddie the Eagle Edwards and Stavros Flatley. In Britain, we love an underdog. That person who, no matter how against the odds, how unlikely the win, how bereft of skill they are, how pathetic they look, how many people point and laugh as mothers pull their toddlers close to their skirt and cover the young's eyes from the shame of the gut-wrenching folly of the efforts of the people who continue to throw themselves against the brick wall of humiliation until one day, one glorious day, they rise up and prove everybody wrong for one brief moment of glory until retreating back into the shadows of time, only to be remembered in random pub quizzes. Everybody, it's Dave is Challenged.
Dave is Challenged.
That was harsh.
Rich, take a breath.
But very
Take a
good.
breath, mate. Fucking hell.
He's actually gone
Can I
redder.
just
At the end of that, he was going.
Punctuation.
Listen, guys.
Anyway.
Even a broken clock is right twice a day.
That is
Correct.
true.
This month's Dave is Challenged. Dave, it was your home game. Do you want to set it up? What did you
Yeah,
challenge? Who did you
absolutely. Let's talk about this. So, yeah.
Look at that smile on his face.
So this month's game, or last month's game, should I say, was Resogun, which everybody calls it, apart from James, who calls it Resogun. Dickhead.
Isn't that exactly what you just said? Twice.
Resogun.
Resogun.
You said Resogun.
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 Resogun. Res.
Either way,
Gun.
crappy game. Carry on.
Whoa,
it's not
whoa,
crap.
whoa,
No, it's not.
whoa.
It looks really fun.
Resogun's a great game. It's
Is it because of a result? Is that why it's a great game?
no, I've
It's
been
just
playing it for a few years now. It's
not
just a brilliant game. It's an arcade shooter. It's a score chaser. It's you can kind of zone out while you're playing it. It's got a great balance of just the right amount of mechanics, just the right amount of shit going on the screen that you kind of feel like you're good at games, but you don't get overwhelmed. So that was the choice for this month. I needed a win.
Hang on, aren't the only mechanics shoot, go quicker, turn around, go the other way?
No,
No.
No, it does, Billy. But I just want to circle back on. He needed a win. What you actually did was, because of the structure of this, having to challenge different people each month. You saw the lame buck, the old lame buck at the back of the herd.
fucking the weak
decided
link.
Right, Rich.
Decided to pick him
hell.
off.
Jesus, man. You're still bitter about Destiny. Fuck me.
That was ace. That was a proper assassination of Shhhh there. That was brilliant.
While I was at Glastonbury tour, obviously they're on the tour, they have sheep, and as we were descending back down, all the sheep went from one side to the other, and we had to wait. And then we had to wait while this lame-ass one with a limp at the back caught up with his mates.
Of course, Shhhh.
That was Stu.
That was Stu this month. He got caught in the firing line, challenged,
That's brilliant.
challenged and shot down.
He couldn't challenge you again. You might have a paddy about it.
So, hello. So anyway, I challenged Stu because
You needed a win.
I just thought he's like a lame thing at the back or whatever. No, only joking, Stu. No, I challenged Stu because only Rich is the only other person that had the game, and I did feel I would get more of a challenge from Stu. Because
yes, having played for 10-15 minutes of it, Stu is much more of this is much more of an arcade Stu game. Definitely, I was okay at it, but I just it's like pinball.
Stu likes the shooters. He does like the shooters. So I felt that I'm Rich. We'd gone at it. We'd locked towards
Yeah, well, I mean,
the last
my
element,
history,
so-
my history of Resogun, or Resogun, whatever you want to call it, was it came free with the first PS Plus on the PS4, and I got it. I loaded it up and I went, "Oh, it's quite good," and never played it since. I probably played it for 10 minutes, so I've not actually completed the game. And I didn't play it again until David's Challenge, which apparently now I've completed it, so it is now classed. What I've done it, so really, and I had and to be fair, Dave came on. I think it was a couple of nights before this challenge, and we went through some things, and he was telling me some tips. So it was great. And I think if it wasn't for them, I probably would have had an even worse score.
I was helping him, guys.
Yeah, you were.
I was actually helping him.
No, it was good because you're okay at times.
So an absolute banker like Pure Paul.
Yeah.
What were the tips that you gave him? Because I played it. I felt you can't kind of lose.
Oh no, you can. It's a score chase. It's all about keeping the score.
There are various bonuses. The key thing is the multiplier. You've got to maintain the multiplier.
No, and catching the humans.
Yeah,
and I didn't know when
the humans.
Yeah, when there was a certain indication on the screen, and then they would go, oh no, you got to do this, this, and this to get all these out and stuff like that, and then you get better weapon upgrades and stuff and all that. But it is right. I mean, to be fair, it's a very good game for score chasing because you do start. Everybody starts with the same. There is no upgrade you can start with. You gain the upgrades through playing the actual game and on the level you're on.
It does give you a choice of
three ships.
It does give you a choice of ships that you can
It does, yeah, but what they do, I think they're balanced. I mean, we chose the same ship, and I think it was the first one we did, I just didn't like, but we checked the same one. But they've either got better firepower and
you get a boost in
stability and things like that. But
overcharge.
they're all balanced. It's up to you how you want to play. But at the end of the day, they're all the same, and you all get to pick the same thing. But you don't start off with all the guns at max, all the shields, and you don't. You start with nothing, and then that's how you start the level, and you just then work it all like that. It was good in that way. And to be fair, I knew. Well, Dave, come on, let's hear about the.
Where did it all go right for you, Dave? Where did it all go wrong for Shhhh?
Well, interestingly, so we played on rookie, which is the kind of the entry level.
Oh, that was another tip you gave me.
Yeah, on rookie, your multiplier is capped at 5, so it won't go any more than 5. If you play on advanced or veteran, I think they're the levels, your multiplier goes up to 10 and 15, but it's much more difficult to maintain the multiplier because the game's harder. If you don't shoot something within a certain period of time, you lose your multiplier, and on the more advanced levels, that period of time, although there are more enemies on screen, that period of time gets shorter, so you can lose your multiplier a lot easier. So you're better off going on novice.
See, when I was practicing, I was on the middle one.
Yeah,
I think it was normal.
Did you ever feel that you had him in the bag, Stu, or you
know
always
what?
chasing his tail?
Because we couldn't see each other's screen. I mean, even though we were both streaming. But because there's a lag, and also I can't watch his stream while I'm doing my stream. So, to be fair, I was completing the levels, and I thought I was doing really well. So I was really happy with it. And it was just.
And how did it end then?
So Stu had 16 million. At the end, I had 32 million. But that said, my top score I averaged around 64, 65 million. So. So you even shit.
Yeah,
I did. Yeah, because but as James said last time, it was the pressure got to me.
But I didn't feel. I felt I did okay. I wasn't angry with myself.
No,
16 minutes. 16 minutes.
And I've never actually really played the game before, and that was the first. And I completed it. I got through all the stages, and enjoyed it.
Yeah,
I didn't feel.
When I was watching
so.
it, there were a couple of times Stu only just lost his multiplier, and like Dave said, that is such a big thing.
It makes a massive difference
because that your multiplier goes up to 5 times. So a few times Stu was up there and then just lost his multiplier.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what though, James. If you had this game, you would have won.
Why?
Because you're if man.
Oh God!
If only you had this game, mate, you'd have beat everyone.
Well, that's a good segue. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Dave.
Yeah, it's a win.
Well done,
That's
number
win number two. Win number two.
Here he comes. Here he
2 and
comes.
5. 2 and 5.
I had no idea how the scoring works
1,
now.
2,
so.
lost 5.
That's right.
1-2 lost.
That's
That's the easiest way to think about it. Absolutely, there are a few months left. You
To
can
go
read out.
to
So
it,
this month's this month, as according to the records of Confusion, it is the If Man
People calling that now. Love it. Love it.
who is going to put his balls on the block, his head on the block. I mean, you don't put your balls on the block.
Imagine if he fucking
Put your
lost.
balls into lines out.
Oh, yeah, sorry, go on.
This is the big one, because James, if you do not win this,
Imagine it.
the 7 months of ribbing
I know.
is really on the case. You choose carefully, my brother. What have you chosen?
If I don't win this one, this podcast could become a 4-man for the rest of the year.
What, because you would have killed Daniel?
No,
He'll never show his face again, mate. That'll be the end of it.
Yeah,
He'll just turn his camera
that'll
off.
happen. So I was going to go with NBA 2K16 because Daniel, Dave, whatever, has it. But
NBA
2K16, yeah,
basketball,
but
basketball. Which one's it?
But it is no longer online supported, so we can't, unfortunately. So it's not.
Dodged a bullet there.
So I was having a look through, and I had a look, and I even loaded up this game. You may have seen me on it a couple of times to check the medal count against your friends because it keeps track.
Okay.
So the game we're going for, I haven't decided the format yet. The format will be released later. Is Trackmania Turbo.
Good choice.
And also, the other reason I've said is
Trackmania Turbo.
Lots of people on MLG have this game. So you can join in and we can make it a very big community night. I think you can have it.
By the way, there is a VR component as well.
Yeah, there is.
Can we just check in? Sorry, can we just check in with New Zealand? New Zealand, do you have this game? Duane, do you have this game?
I think that answered your question. No, I do not have this game.
Mate, you're joking. It's surely not. What?
It was a freebie. That's how I've got it. So I think you can have. I haven't had a big in-depth look, but I think you can have either 10 or 16.
It's an interesting game. It's a racing game, but you only play like portions of the track, don't you? It's a very quick turnover. It's a very quick turnover.
The point to point, and they're very short. I think most of them are less than 30 seconds.
But you can, as soon as you restart,
oh my
it's an
god,
instant,
this is
restart.
so my game.
James,
why don't I have this game?
Mate, you'd be amazed at what I can do in less than 30 seconds.
Dave, I'm gonna put it out there because I purposely looked at it. We've raced the same track 32 times. You're losing to me on 32 of 32 by a minimum of 3 seconds on every single one.
That's a lot.
That is a lot. When you are racing for less than 30 seconds, 3 seconds is a long time. If you beat me, I can't show my face again because I am slaughtering you. And I'm even going to big myself up even more. I'm beating the worst record I have against all my friends who play this is 16-6. It means that on all the tracks that I've played, my worst record is wins. I am beating one person 16 times.
Okay.
He's beating me 6
versus their 6 wins.
Did you look at my stats,
Dave?
Pardon?
I would.
Did you look at my stats?
No, I did not. I solely.
Stu, are you a contender in this? Are you a contender?
I'm going to join in.
But are you? Do you feel you're a contender?
Not at all. No.
Do you think you can win?
No, I might beat Dave. I won't beat James.
So first of all, I'd like to congratulate James for his modesty. As always.
Oh yeah, no.
That is, to be honest, he has absolutely Cassius claimed.
I have absolutely picked a game like you did with Resogun. I have absolutely picked a game that I am fully expecting to beat you completely.
Okay, mate. But you've just got to come up with a format, yeah.
I haven't decided the format yet because it can be quite a good one because it's only short. They're only short races. You can have quite a few, but I might have to limit the restarts. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I need to have a little. I might need your help, Dave, Stu. Have you got the game, Rich?
I don't.
It was a
I
PS
don't
Plus,
know.
mate. That's why I've got it.
If it's a PS Plus, then I will have it. But I don't think I've ever.
Yeah. So I'll probably need your help to work out exactly what the format will be, what the best format will be.
It's a good choice, though, James. That's a good choice like that.
Yeah, we'll work that out. But that sounds exciting. Excellent. Okay, brilliant. Okay, so we're running about an hour 10 at the moment. So let's move on to the best part of it. And sorry, Duane, I haven't got any more of an intro. I've run out of creativity.
I'm actually really disappointed. I'll be honest.
Except, we always have questions about you, and the community has some questions about you.
And the police have.
So, and the police.
The New Zealand police.
Is that what the haircut was about? The police. Yeah.
Yes, but I was going to say that nothing says topical like a 3-month-old questions from the community. So this is Duane's community questions.
Excellent.
Oh yeah, it's Duane's community question time.
Okay. Right, so really sorry, can we just... I think we're all really, really apologetic about the fact that we haven't managed to get around to these. Just normally when we record podcasts, we kind of run, and then we kind of decide to do question specials. We've done a couple of times, which has always been fun. But we planned on doing one after the last podcast. We just couldn't sort of find a time that worked for all of us. And we like to keep all of us involved because actually I think we've got a really good group dynamic. So it would have been a shame to leave somebody out.
Yeah,
and also
we could have left Dave out, though. I mean,
we could have left Dave, but he always wanted to be on. That was the problem.
Don't do it without me, boys.
He's trying to fool us by calling himself Daniel.
So we've got questions from way back in May, and we're in bloody August now. Wow. So this is how slack we are.
Yeah, really sorry, everybody. Really sorry.
None of them are time critical, are they? None of them say what's going to happen in June.
Where are you going in holiday in April?
What are you doing for your summer holidays this year? Well, fuck all, because you can't go anywhere. And I've also thrown together something a little bit of fun for you guys to do, and we'll kind of do those as we go along. I need to decide at what point I'm going to do that for the first one, but we'll start off with an actual community question from Adam Boyne. And this is a two-parter. And the first one of this question is, what's your perfect light lunch? Or something more games related, what indie game would you like to see a sequel of? So we'll start with Stu. Light lunch?
I don't know. Ham sandwich? I don't know.
Ham sandwich?
Yeah. Well, what would you have as a light lunch?
Well,
he hasn't asked me yet.
We'll answer that in a minute.
Yeah, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with ham
nothing,
sandwich?
mate, I suppose. Nothing. It's all right.
It's very pedestrian. It's very pedestrian.
Yeah, I can't really think of anything. So, an indie game. Oh, I really don't. Can we come back to me? I'm really sorry. I'm really unprepared.
Do you guys not look at these questions and then...
I sent them through a month ago, so you've had plenty of time to look at them.
I have them all there.
Oh, you've got them printed out.
He still hasn't done anything with it.
Numpty. Okay, Daniel. So what's your perfect light lunch?
3 ciders.
3 light ciders.
Yeah, just about 5.5%, not the 7% Henry Weston stuff. That's for the evening.
Of course, it is lunchtime.
Just 3, middle alcohol ciders. Indie game sequels. I've got 2. First one is Resogun 2. I'd love to see a Resogun 2 because Resogun's a bit old now. Which we talk about that would be great. It'll never happen. And the other one, Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons. I'd like to see a sequel to that. I'm not really too sure how that. If for anyone who's played it, I'm not sure how that could be a sequel, but that's an indie game that springs to mind that I really loved.
What is that?
Oh, mate, it's fantastic. It's called Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons.
Yeah. Okay. What?
So you play 2 brothers. It's quite. It's quite unique because you kind of one stick controls one brother, and one stick controls the other brother, and your father is ill, and you go on a quest to get something that will save him. But it's full of imaginative gameplay. The story is awesome, and it's just, oh my god, what a game! If you haven't played it, 100% fucking do yourself a favour, get it and play it. It's great.
Right.
It's absolutely great. So I don't know how they would do a sequel to that, but they would do it. It was made by the same people, Rich, that did what was that prison escape thing that you wanted somebody to play with you?
No Way Out?
No Way Out. It's the same people
Way
that
Out.
did
A Way Out.
A Way Out, yeah. A Way Out. It's the same people that did that. It was the game, I think, before they did that. Great game. You'll have, well, I don't know if it's been a PS, but I think I actually paid money for that, so I don't think it was PS Plus, but Shhhh, have you got it?
Got what?
Brothers, Tale of Two Sons.
No. I am. To be fair, it is on my list. It was a PS Plus game, and it is on my list.
Have you finished it? Have you finished it?
No, I've not even started it. It's a game where a load of people gush about how brilliant it is and how emotional it is, and
I can't remember if I cried whilst I was playing it, but if I didn't, I was really close to it. Honestly,
yeah, so it is a game I'd like to get to. I have got it, so there's no reason Division 2 has to stop. They have to take the servers offline. I think that's what it is. So anyway, I've got my question. I've got my answers now. Anyway, for the indie games. Anyway.
Okay, we'll circle back round to Stuart.
Sorry, Dave, did you finish?
Just tell Stuart he's missed his chance, mate. He had his turn, didn't he? He's fucked it up.
No. So, Fez. Have you ever played Fez?
No, I've seen it. I haven't played it.
It was ice.
What are you saying? Fairs or Fez?
Fez, like the hat.
Mate, that game is hard. Have you finished that game?
Don't believe I have, but I found it really hard because I got confused because the map system was really weird and I couldn't figure that out. And I'm sure a sequel probably would have made that better. But I really liked the kind of flaky story it was. But it was just really good mechanic as well, how you could spin the building round and things like that. So I'd never really played a game like that before. And I was really impressed with it as well. And it was good because I could play it on my Vita and my PS4 and PS3, and you could share the save between them all as well. It was really good. And I would really like to see. Now I know they've already done this kind of, but a proper sequel to Journey. Because I know they did that. Is it Abzu, the swimming one? I've never played it, so I don't know. But like people like, I want a proper Journey in that world. And and as long probably, so not too, you could place it in a couple of hours kind of thing, but a different kind of tale. So,
yeah, I the thing with I played Journey, but it was like, do you know when you've ever gone to the cinema and you've just randomly watched a film? And I think I did this with Seven. I walked into Seven, had no idea. I was going to see another film and walked into Seven. I was like, oh, we'll just watch this. And that was always the greatest film I've ever watched because I had no idea what it was about. And I was like, Jesus Christ, I've just I guess that kind of reinforces your argument about having no spoilers or understanding at all and that complete kind of surprise of it. So Journey was like that to me. I've chased that Journey experience.
It's a game of
Firewatch, Rhyme.
Yeah. I mean, I've only played it.
Never quite landed.
To be fair, I've only ever played it twice. I played it on the PS3 when it came out, and when they released it on the PS4 because you got the free upgrade, I played it then, and I haven't played it since. Yeah. But it's just a brilliant game, I think. But Fez, I think Fez was a bit the outsider for me. I'd definitely like a sequel to Fez, but he's never Phil Fish. Is it Phil Fish who made it? He's never going to do anything again, really. A bit harsh about what happened to him. To be fair, it's a bit.
Wasn't there a documentary about the making of that game?
Like the community just completely turned on him because he said what was it? He said Japanese games are not interesting or something like that, and he was at a conference.
Oh, they're certainly
no, and it was back then. But the thing is, though, it was like typical media or whatever. They completely.
They cancelled him.
Basically, near enough, and it was just like really harsh. It was like, okay, he's a bit of a dick, but. He didn't mean it in that sense. He didn't mean, oh, your whole nation's evil. He didn't mean that. He's just like going, what you've done, you've lost your way. And it's a shame because you used to be like the pinnacle. And now, but I don't know.
So would that be a bit like the owner of a sort of VR company who said that VR was shit?
I got some shit for that. Oh, there's some shit for that. I had to wheedle my way around that. Yeah. So, yeah.
No, I'm done. That's me.
James?
So, light lunch, bowl of cereal. Love a bowl of cereal.
Which isn't lunch.
It'll take him about 3 hours to eat that bowl of cereal, mind.
That's a late breakfast, whatever time.
He's only just
Talk
finished
about
his
light.
Chinese.
Light. It can
It's a late breakfast, not a light
be
lunch.
whatever meal
He starts
you
it at
want,
breakfast,
Rich.
finishes it at lunchtime.
Hey, dick. And indie game, Cooler World.
What?
Never heard
No
of
one's
it.
heard of Cooler World.
Remind me.
You play as a little bouncing ball with loads of platforms in the air, and you have to
Yes.
bounce from around different platforms to get to to get to an exit or something like that.
Oh shit! Yeah.
That was on the PlayStation. That was
Yeah,
really good fun.
I hate
It's
that.
one of those games that is nice and easy to play. It's relaxing to play. It's the sort of games you don't really get these days. Really.
Is that side scrolling or is that kind of front on?
No, it's front on. A bit like the newer versions of Sonic.
I'm just looking at it.
There was a game called
It's like Monkey Ball, isn't it?
called
Yeah,
Trailblazer.
but
Do you guys remember a game called Trailblazer? Where you
No.
played you were a footballer and you
on the
same kind of
Spectrum.
thing. I can't remember what it. I can't.
On the Spectrum?
I might have had it on.
Used to get trail. Is that the ball that was sort of you were?
You were a football basically, and you had to kind of. It sounds similar to what James just described it.
But yeah, that's me.
Rich?
Light lunch, very pretentious. Tabbouleh.
Nobody's even heard of that.
I don't know what that is.
It's bulgur wheat, mint, parsley, lots of tomatoes and cucumber.
You
Very
lot took
nice.
the piss out of ham sandwich. What's wrong with that?
Because
At least we knew what a ham sandwich was.
Sounds like foreign muck to me.
Sounds like yes, it is Greek. So that is my favourite light lunch, and probably the indie game I would like to see a sequel to is Faster Than Light.
Oh, okay. Never played it.
Faster Than Light?
no, neither have I.
Never played it, but I've heard good things about it.
I'd love to see it's effective. Well, it's turn-based strategy. You play a ship. You have to guide it through a set pathway through a couple of galaxies, collecting stuff for your ship and everything like that. But I'd like to see maybe a bigger, more advanced version. That would be good. The thing with Fast and Light is I have played hours and hours. In fact, I was looking at it the other day when I was downloading XCOM. I've played about 65 hours of Faster Than Light. And it reminds me of old Spectrum games. I've never completed it. I've never got. You have to go through 5 galaxies, being chased continuously. So as you move from one planet to the other. Do you remember the adventure game
On telly?
Do you remember the adventure game on television? Do you remember that last sequence where they had
they
move across the
and then
board,
there's like a little whirlwind thing that moved,
and then the thing that would kill them, kill the child.
Oh god,
I'll
we're back
take
at this
them
again.
they would move that, and then they would have to move. Well, Fast and Light's a bit like that. You have to build your ship up. You always have to stay ahead of the fleet that's chasing you down, and you can, if you go back one step, you can pick up some stuff. That is, it's really interesting, but a more advanced version of that, maybe just something on the PS4, something a bit more depth, kind of a bit, not No Man's Sky. What's that other one? Elite. Combination of Elite and Fast and Light would be good.
Nice.
Cool.
How about you, Duane?
Right. So for me, my light lunch would be a bowl of tomato soup with a toasted or grilled cheese sandwich.
Ooh,
you dipping it in?
That is. If you add Tabasco in that, then that is.
Hang on, that's more
Definitely.
like tea. That's
a heavy
that's
lunch.
not light.
No, that's
You
Lovely.
dipping it in, mate. You dipping the sandwich in the soup.
damn right.
Oh,
That
I'm
is
hungry.
very nice.
Oh, actually, hang on.
I want cheese and
I need to
tomato
change mine.
soup.
Pot noodle with a cheese sandwich, so you can dump in the. No,
Oh!
it's a joke.
You've ruined it. You've
No,
ruined it.
no, but a friend of mine used to do it, and a friend of mine
horrendous.
used to absolutely love it.
No.
I tell you,
No,
he did.
I had a pot. Actually,
No, I hope he's in
I
jail.
want to change my 3-siders to a pot noodle because I had a pot noodle for lunch today. I love a pot noodle.
Oh,
No, have it with a cheese sandwich,
Jesus
Dave. It'll
Christ.
blow your mind.
That's a bit heavy, mate.
That is
Oh my-
all kinds
Sorry,
of
Dwight,
wrong.
for
That's
taking
wrong.
the thunder. Sorry.
That's like orange. That's orange milk.
Listen, fucking
Orange milk.
bulgur wheat, fucking whatever it is you had, mate. There's nothing wrong with a pot noodle. Yours was effectively.
No, there's nothing wrong with the pot noodle. It's just adding the cheese sandwich in it.
I don't add a cheese sandwich. to
Rich,
it,
you've just had technically a Tory pot noodle in a bowl.
It's fine. I know.
Tory pot noodle, mate. That's what that was. Whatever you said. What was it you said you had?
Tabbouleh.
Tabbouleh. Tory pot noodle, mate. That's all that is.
It's a Greek dish. There's nothing Tory about it. Anyway,
Sorry,
carry on,
Dwayne,
Duane.
sorry.
What socialist lunch are you eating?
Red soup.
Gruel
What the hell?
and red soup.
Red soup.
Very good.
Of course. I can't even drink red wine. I'm drinking red wine. That's quite socialist.
And
Indie games.
for me, my indie game, there was a great VR game on the PlayStation 4 called Static.
The puzzle.
And it had it's like a puzzle game, and basically you held the normal controller, and each the buttons, triggers, they all did something. So what you saw is your hands were locked in a
I know
box.
the one.
Yeah, I know the one. Yeah.
Yeah, I played the
and
demo. Brilliant.
You basically it was
Is that
really, really
VR?
good. It was VR. And you
Yeah,
had
I
to
think I've watched
figure
I was
out
about
what
to say that, Rich.
you had to figure out how to unlock the box, basically, and I thoroughly enjoyed that. There were kind of elements of Portal in like the kind of humour. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I keep kind of hoping that there's maybe like some DLC with like extra like boxes to figure out.
I mean, it was ingenious,
really enjoyed
isn't
that.
it? Because it's just the box around your hand, and that's it. That's the actual game, and it's everything.
And then you kind of like move
control
it around.
Quite
and-
claustrophobic, though.
a little bit. No, really
It
enjoyed
just meant
that.
you didn't have to pay £70 for move controllers, didn't it? Really, that was the good thing about
Which
it.
I don't have.
Is Portal an indie game? Don't think it is. Is it?
No, it's Valve. Is
Because
it?
Portal-
I
technically not.
was going to say Portal, and I know they released Portal 2, but we need another Portal. I mean, we need a VR
But Portal was it? I would say
we do need a
Portal was an
Portal.
indie game. Portal 2 wasn't an indie game. That's what I
Yeah.
I think that's a fair comment. Right, so I'm going to move on to the first of my things that I've created. So are you all aware? I'm quite middle-aged, so I'm going to start with James because he's the least middle-aged of us all.
Oh, shit.
Radio 2, BBC Radio 2, in the morning, presented by Ken Brucey, does a quiz every day called Pop Master, where you get a series of 10 questions based on pop music.
Oh, good.
And each questions 3, 6, and 9 are specialist subject. Each question's worth 3 points. The specialist subjects are worth 6, and there's a maximum score of 39 available. So I have done a version on games. So
Shit.
no googling.
Games Master, called Games Master, which unfortunately
Yeah,
Dwayne
yeah,
has been
unfortunately.
taken.
Yeah, which is why I was avoiding it. I was like, oh, I can't really go there. So there are themes running throughout with the questions. You'll see as I sort of come to each different person. And so the first question for James is: what company made Asteroids?
Made Asteroids.
Yep.
Couldn't fucking tell you for love nor money.
Oh, dear.
They don't
This is
say
a
that
good
on radio,
start, isn't
too.
it? No, they do not. Very disappointed.
It's going to get worse.
Come. I bloody hope
It won't get better.
Because
Yeah,
I'm feeling
Christ.
quite generous. There could be a prize on the line. What was the company behind the zombie outbreak in Resident Evil?
Oh, no, I know this one as well. Oh, fuck.
5.
Oh. Was it
4.
Treyarch?
Treyarch, the fucking
Was it the other
developer.
one?
It's a
What?
games developer.
Triage.
No, who was it? Oh.
Well, that was the answer. He's blown it.
No, I'll have to go, but I can't remember who it was. I can't remember. That's the first thing that popped into my head. Go on.
Oh, did I tell you the answer to the first
No, you
one
didn't.
before I moved on? No, so the answer to the first one was Atari. So the answer to
I'm-
your
I
second,
was going
I
to
am.
say, how did you not even just throw that
Because
in there?
I'm not
just as a guess.
90 years old. I didn't.
Right.
Literally. No. So my first console was a Mega Drive.
Okay, you know what, James? Let me stop you there. Now, people who have that argument of I am not 90. You know what? History. It's written. It's you to look at things. You can see stuff happened in the past.
So, and also, can I just say, Mr. Ken Bruce does not accept that was before my time as an excuse when taking part in Podmaster.
And he should not.
So
He should not. I fully agree. But
so
before my
so
time,
the answer to your second question, which you didn't get, which you should know, is the Umbrella Corporation.
yes.
I would have got
Okay, so your specialist subject. Don't get cocky, Stuart. Your specialist subject is movies of games. So your first question: Gandhi actor Ben Kingsley played the villain in which game? Movie adaptation.
I'm
Is that
0 for
right?
3.
Oh, no.
No. Well, I might as well be crying because fucking hell.
Gabe,
James, just remember, mate, if the questions were different, you'd have got more scores on this.
yeah.
Moving on.
So you're not even gonna guess.
This is embarrassing.
The answer is. Anybody know the answer to this one?
I don't know this one there.
Prince of Persia is your answer to that one.
Oh.
Well, it's good for you.
Right.
At
Okay.
least no one else would have got that. I'm happy by that.
Okay. So the next one, I've gone through the Pokedex on my Pokemon Go. So this one is entitled "Who's That Pokemon?" I'm going to give you the description in the Pokedex, and you have to tell me who the Pokemon is. And I've been quite generous. I've actually all gone Gen 1, all Gen 1 Pokemon, so that's all the red and blue
Should
ones.
you know this, James?
Everybody should know
You're
this.
young enough, James. Apparently,
Yeah,
that
Pokemon's a young man's
is
game.
right. Yeah.
I couldn't even I couldn't even name a
I can
Pokemon.
name a handful.
Right, okay. Okay. So, this Pokemon can freely adjust the wavelength of its voice. This Pokemon uses this ability to sing at precisely the right wavelength to make its foes fall drowsy.
Is it Jigglypuff?
It is, well done!
Yes! I knew. I thought. The minute you said,
Oh,
no.
This is terrible. I thought he was going to zero out. I need him to zero
I thought.
Oh my god.
Until he said putting people to sleep, I was like, and then it was that point I knew. Yeah.
Well, okay, so I think
have
those
a
are actually,
point.
all the ones I've chosen are quite sort of basic ones. So, question 5. Nintendo have a habit of codenaming their consoles before they officially announce them. What was the Nintendo 64 codename?
No idea.
It was the
Correct. No idea.
it was the Ultra 64. Okay.
Why is this his
Has he got
special
any right
subject, Duane?
No, his specialist subject are questions 3, 6, and 9. And the specialist subject, because we're back on to question 6 now, so the specialist subject is now.
Got it.
Now, just
the
remember,
special subject is-
where he's now, it's morning, so he's had sleep. Where we haven't, so he's on this. We have no idea.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay, so your second question, which I will remind you, is
Movies.
movies of games.
Yeah.
Who played Luigi Mario in the Super Mario Brothers movie?
Luigi Mario.
Yeah.
Luigi
Who
and
played
Mario.
Luigi in? No, who played Luigi Mario? Their surname is Mario.
What? So he's called
Who
Mario
played
Mario.
Luigi? Yes, that's one of the jokes in the movie. Have you not seen
Did
it?
you not
God's
know
sake.
that, Daniel?
Well, it's all right, James. You tell us who played it, mate, and then we'll be fine.
I've seen the movie.
Stop Googling.
I'm not
James,
Googling.
James, hands up.
No Google.
He's looked down. He just looked down there.
Echo.
He just looked down.
I'm joking. I don't know.
John?
Oh, dear.
John Leguizamo.
That's right.
You
Well done.
Googled that.
No, we
Who
didn't.
played Mario?
Bob Hoskins. Okay, so your next question, which is not a specialist subject. Which Resident Evil character started out as a mention in a file in the original Resident Evil?
Because it's
Their name was a password to access a computer.
Resident Evil games, never been interested in them and they still, to this day, because even though I'm 36-year-old, scare the shit out of me. I do not like the suspense at all. I can't deal with it. So I'm going to go with the first one that popped into my head, Claire.
Nope.
Chris?
Nope. Anybody else?
Is it Leon?
Chris? No.
Nope. Ada Wong.
Okay.
Oh, see, you're not doing very well, James.
I have 1
At all.
point.
You've
I
got 3 so
did
far.
I think
James has got all the questions
Duane,
wrong so far, hasn't he?
I think when we get to the end of this, I think we're going to find that that James was quite the expert.
Okay, so what is the name of the city Bloodborne is set in?
Well, considering I've never played it, couldn't tell you.
Oh, for goodness
I haven't played it, so
Fucking hell.
Oh, I've pitched these questions well too hard, I think. So that's Yarnum.
I've heard that. Would never
How many
have heard
questions
You've
are
heard that.
per person? By the way?
10.
10. Right.
So we're on 9 now,
We're
aren't we?
almost there. We're on 9, so this is your next...
The next round should be quicker though, because people might know the answers to the questions on the next goes.
Yeah, they might do, right. So
What,
the
is
next
it the same
question, James.
questions?
give me 10th question. 1
Go
for
on
10.
then.
Go
What's
on.
9?
Okay. Michelle Rodriguez starred in the first movie of the long-running series based on which video game?
Fast and Furious?
No.
Resident Evil.
Okay.
Oh,
Resident
there you
Evil.
go. I haven't seen the film. I'm doing well. I've got a point.
Is that because it scared
As
you?
long as I haven't... Yeah.
You've done badly.
I've done badly, but I
Okay.
haven't zeroed out. So your challenge, everyone, is to not zero out.
Okay,
Yeah.
this is your
Right.
last question, and it's a Destiny-related question.
Oh, shit.
I've gone through.
Who's the best Destiny player, you or Jacko?
What?
Is that the question?
I've gone through the descriptions of Destiny exotics, and I'm going to read you the description that's attached to a gun, and you have to tell me what the gun is.
He'll get this.
I won't.
If you believe your weapon wants to end all existence, then so it will. Toland the Shattered. What gun's that?
Thorn.
Now is Jacko jumping up and down now, screaming
Jacko
at
knows
his
this.
radio?
Jacko 100% knows this.
Did you answer
I
Thorn?
did.
Yeah, the answer's bad juju.
Bad juju.
Oh, you know bad
Bad
juju as
juju.
well.
Love a bad
Well,
juju.
Well, we've started quite well with a score of 3.
Woo!
3.
How did you get 3?
You get 3
Questions-
points per answer.
3 points per question, 6 points for
okay.
your bonus.
I got you.
Wow.
Okay, right. So let's get back to the community
What was it?
questions.
I was in the toilet. What was the one he got right? What colour is Sonic the Hedgehog?
Yeah.
Well, I no. Be careful, Dave. You haven't done
Be
yours
careful,
yet.
Dave, because
You
haven't
don't
done
gloat
yours yet.
until
Let's
you've
get
done
back.
Come on, next question.
Okay, back to the community questions. Yeah.
All right, so this one's from Matt Spink. He says, are we finding doing the challenge harder because of lockdown? He says that he's finding it hard to stay focused on one game and is constantly looking for new things to play. So we'll start with Rich this time.
Not originally, no. It did actually give me some chance to concentrate and I did crack through, but as time has gone on, I have defaulted back to the old faithfuls. Or not the old faithfuls, but the multiplayer, evergreen, quick jump in. So I am actually finding it quite difficult because more to do with the families. When the family has their routine, I can find the space in in their routine to play. And because they don't have a routine, I don't have a routine. And I'm whispering because they're outside and they don't realise that's what I do. So when I know that I don't need to pick the kids up between 5 and 6 and the wife's at work, then I've got a good hour or so to sneak it in. So yeah, I am actually right now finding it more difficult to find time.
Stuart?
Oh, completely. Yeah, it's well, since lockdown, I've been going to work as normal. So since everything, there's been absolutely no change for me. And also the kind of games, well, I mean, they're all quite violent games, and I've got a 5-year-old running around, and I don't really want to play them in front of him, and I'll play in the living room. So it's a bit like, I can't really play in the day. So my main playing time is in an evening, between 8 and whatever time I finish. There's really no difference. I mean, I could echo maybe what Richard said about the Evergreen, because I've got Division 2, but saying that, though, I'm not really a multiplayer person. I'll play multiplayer, I'll be the sociable side and that side, but it's not Mario Drive. And to be fair, the way I play Division is in a single player kind of aspect anyway, so I'm finding it as hard as I did before. There is really no difference for me at the moment, so. But good question though, Matt. Thanks.
Yeah, it's a very good question. Daniel?
Hello, Spinky. Long time no game. Not a lot's changed for me, really, to be honest. I don't think things are any harder because of lockdown. I think just because of my personal circumstance, it's difficult to play games at the moment. In terms of the challenge, it wasn't hard. It's kind of getting slightly harder because of games like Ghost of Tsushima. I can't pronounce it properly. And stuff like that. I'm just kind of starting to think now, actually, I'd rather be playing that than stuff on my file. So, yeah, I think things in my mind are starting to get a bit more difficult.
Fair dues.
James?
Nothing, like Stu, nothing for me has changed because I've been working constantly. I haven't been going to work, but I've been working. I think what's made it harder is seeing that all these people who have had the opportunity to play the games and everything like that, but obviously with work and children, I've had probably less time to play actually, because a lot of the time during the day I'm working, so I can't pay attention to the kids. So when I then stop working, I can't then just sit down and game, and then and they've been going to bed 9, 10 most of the time. So then it's late at night, and it's like, I'm not gonna lie, I don't want to sit there and pick up a game like The Last of Us, and because I'm tired, and I know if I get into it, I want to play it longer, and I won't be able to. So that's hence the reason I've been playing Call of Duty and stuff like that. So it's been more difficult because I haven't been able to game as much as I would have normally. What about you, Duane?
Interesting.
Yeah, I know.
So I thought I kind of touched on this earlier when we were doing intros and stuff. So I cracked through a massive wedge of my pile, and
All of them.
I said not all of them. Fuck off.
Both of them.
Both of them. And so I think I spent a lot of time playing and I think I cracked through Horizon Zero Dawn, and that was going to be my big game, which is pretty much going to take me like most of the year, I thought. But so I've kind of got to a point now where a lot of the games, I'm not saying they don't like grab me, but because they were lower priority, I'm kind of like, well, which one do I go for now? Which one should I play next? So I'm kind of playing games which are kind of were lower priority. I don't think I'm struggling to like focus on one which Matt seems to be. But now I'm back to work. I think during lockdown that was my situation, but now I'm back to work. It's kind of business as usual, really, with the gaming. So kind of that's like on my days off and a little bit at the weekends. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't think I'm struggling particularly. I think lockdown helped me do a massive chunk, but I don't think I'm struggling to stay focused. I mean, I think having a new game with The Last of Us 2 probably helped.
Do you think you're going to go for the platinum in that, by the way?
I'm not going to play it again immediately. I might do in time, but I'm not going to do it now because I came away quite emotionally drained from that game. Right, so I've decided I'm going to move on to Dave now. Dave, are you ready?
Oh yeah.
Do you need a toilet break, Dave?
No, crack on.
He's been 3 times already.
Okay.
I've noticed.
So I've got to get, if I get 2 questions right out of 10, I've beaten James.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
have,
There you
yeah.
go. So that's all you need to do. Easy.
Okay. In Donkey Kong, who was Mario rescuing?
Princess Peach.
Nope. See, it's a trick question. Everybody would say Princess Peach, but actually she was called Pauline.
Pauline.
That's true.
Pauline.
That's where was it based? Swindon.
Did she have a fag in it?
Yeah. That's harsh. Well, interestingly, Shigeru Miyamoto actually designed the game to be a Popeye license. So Donkey Kong was supposed to be Bluto, and the girl was supposed to be Olive Oil, but they wouldn't give him the license, so he just reskinned it basically. Question 2:
okay.
What is the name of the company in the Assassin's Creed games?
Right, let's give me a second on this because I know this.
Ooh, that's a good one. Stu should know this.
I've played 120 hours and I've not got a clue, mate.
What?
No, because you don't really interact with them now at all. It's just, there's a little bit.
Asperger.
Oh, I'll give it to you. Abstergo, I'll give it to you.
Well done.
Well done.
It's close enough. Asperger.
Now he's neck and neck with James.
Right, so your specialist subject is voice actors.
Fuck off. What?
John DiMaggio voices Futurama favourite Bender. What video game character does he provide the voice for? And there's actually 2 I'll accept.
Bender, so it'll be similar to Bender. Duke Nukem.
Duke Nukem, no, actually, it's Marcus Phoenix from Gears of War. He also, weirdly, I found out, it does the voice of Banshee 44 in Destiny.
Where did you come up with these specialist subjects, mate?
It's just shit I know.
Yours, is that Dave's specialist?
That's my specialist.
That's his
subject.
specialist.
Voice actors, right? Anyway, okay, mate. Next
Voice
question.
actors.
Come on.
He's going to say footballers for me.
He's getting angry.
So, who's that Pokemon? So these are, you missed it, I've taken all these Pokedex entry descriptions from Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
At night, this Pokemon uses its broad tongue to burrow a hole in the seafloor sand and then sleeps in it. While it is sleeping, it closes its shell but leaves its tongue hanging out.
Charizard.
No.
No.
Not.
Anybody want to take a guess at that
do we
one?
get extra points if we get them right?
No, you fucking don't, James.
No.
Oh. I don't know. I don't know anyway.
It's Shelder.
If you say so.
Okay, so
I've got
Nintendo.
a running joke with my son where he loves Pokemon, and anything to do with Pokemon, the answer I always give is Charizard. And I thought
Charizard. Okay, well there you go. He'll get a kick out of that. He'll get it. Right, so Nintendo console codename. What was the Wii originally called?
These questions are so much
Shit.
harder.
Fuck off, they're the same hard.
It's so much harder than James as well. This is ridiculous.
Was it called the U?
No.
It's a Waggle.
Wackle. No, it's called the Revolution.
Oh yeah, it was actually. Yeah, shit. Okay, yeah.
Bonus question number 2, or special subject. Which prolific video game voice artist appeared as Spencer's dad in the teen drama Pretty Little Liars?
Nolan North.
Yeah, good luck.
Nolan North.
Oh, what a ledge. Well done.
Nice.
Oh, come on! 6 points for that motherfucker.
He's gone. He's gone.
He's gone off grid.
He's gone.
Oh.
Dave.
Well
has
done. Well
not just
done,
beaten
Daniel.
him,
Well done.
But trashed him.
Okay, so Leon Kennedy is playable in 2 Resident Evil titles. Which ones?
2 and 4.
2 and 4. Fucking hell.
Oh, no, this is terrible.
It is terrible.
This is the worst.
This
is the worst
does not
ever.
count as a Davis challenge.
Maybe it should.
What world is World of Warcraft set in?
Azeroth.
Oh, shit, man. He is on
Even
fire.
I knew that one. Fucking hell.
Fucking hell.
Okay. Last bonus question. Troy Baker voices Joel in the Last of Us games. Which other video game protagonist who doesn't row does he also provide the voice for?
Doesn't row. Stu knows this. I can tell I'm looking at this.
No, I don't actually understand the question, to be fair.
The doesn't row thing
Simple.
is what would give it away.
Right, I'm going to say...
I'll give you a bonus point if you can get the game.
I'm going to say the ghost off Destiny.
Dinklage?
No, because that was... No, that was...
Yeah, but they revoiced
Yeah,
it.
that was
They revoiced
Dinklage
it.
and then Nolan North.
Oh, wasn't
That was
it?
Dinklage and Nolan North.
Okay.
The answer is Booker DeWitt from Bioshock Infinite.
Fucking hell. Okay, yeah.
Bucket of
Fuck
weight.
yeah, I have no idea. I'm going to
Cool, zero.
so zero this. I haven't even answered any of Dave's.
Right, okay, so Dave, it is time for you to name that exotic weapon from Destiny. A causal loop within the weapon's mechanism suggesting that the firing process somehow binds time and space into.
Yeah, Mida multi-tool.
Oh, see, I was giving you
The Vex.
a gimme on this one. It's the Vex
Yeah.
Mythoclast.
I knew that
Oh,
one.
of course it was. Oh, it's the only one I can think of. Oh, mate, yeah, my favourite. Shit, I can't
I
believe
was
blew that.
giving you a gimme. So Dave actually
You didn't need it.
He didn't need it. So Dave did quite well. He got
He did very well.
3,
Well done, Dave.
9, and I'll go through them at the end. I'll see who's the winner.
It was more than James. That's
So
quite easy to work out. So anyway, back to community questions.
Right. So Adam Edwards asks, would you rather be forced to dance every time you heard music, or be forced to sing along to any song you heard?
Can I answer this first?
Dave.
I'll
Okay,
I'll
James,
answer it first,
James.
simply because I then have to go and put my children to bed, which is bad timing, I know.
Okay.
But
That's fine.
You can then answer, and then you can do somebody else's questions, and I'll be back. So, I would rather sing along to any song that I heard, because I can't dance.
I've seen you dance.
I can't sing at all.
You can.
You
I
can't
can't
play.
sing at all, but I'd rather do that because at least I can go really quietly and no one will be able to hear me. Whereas if I had to dance, everyone would be like,
what was that noise?
that was my singing. I told you I couldn't sing.
It was beautiful. Beautiful. Daniel?
To be honest, the same as James actually. I've attempted to dance on numerous occasions, but I can't. I just can't do it. I don't.
Does that stop you? Do you not ever just unleash the
Can you sing?
spirit within you, just to let it go regardless?
No matter how drunk I get, and I only dance when I'm drunk, but no matter how drunk I am, I always feel...
You must be dancing all the time.
I always feel self-conscious, regardless, because I just can't, and I look at other people that seem to naturally move on. I can't even comprehend.
You just watch Stu and you talk about natural
I can't
rhythm.
even comprehend the notion of dancing. I just don't understand it. So I'm not much of a singer, but I would much rather sing every song than dance. And I've got this kind of thing where I kind of know the lyrics to loads of songs. It's a bit of a weird thing where I just remember song lyrics. So yeah, I know the words. So yeah, definitely singing the songs.
Okay, I think we're 2 for 2 on singing so far. Stuart, buck that trend.
I don't know. It all depends on my mood, and that is a rubbish answer, really. So,
Well, you don't have a choice.
I
You
know.
either have
one or the other.
So,
It's one or the
I'll give you a
other.
bit of my thought process. So, like singing, my problem is I'll know some of the words, and then I'll fluff it, and then so I'll just do the typical drunk say some lyrics and then they say some more lyrics and all that stuff. But like, you know, you get into the moments and all that stuff. But then dancing, when there's a whole, when you're at the MLG party and everybody's just in the middle doing House of Pain, jump around, and everybody knows the lyrics. Everybody knows those lyrics, and they don't at the same time. So it's really weird. So it's a bit of a double one. But which one would I choose over the dancing? Because
back it up, bang it in. Let me begin. About me, it's a sin.
Yeah, you know, I think dancing, because when everybody's all doing it, but I could not just dance on my own. I couldn't just be like, yeah, all right, I'm just gonna.
Well, if you've got to imagine the situation. So, what's the question? Whenever a song comes on, you have to dance.
Oh, okay.
Whenever you hear music, you have to dance.
You know what? I'll dance.
Every music,
I'll dance.
music.
I'm a drummer. I've got natural rhythm. It's given.
But you could be in an elevator. You could be in the bank. Anywhere, you'd have to start dancing.
Love in an elevator.
You could be sat at a funeral.
Yeah, the hymns come on. You could start slow dancing to some of the hymns and stuff.
Oh,
bumping and grinding.
You do have to slow grinding to some of the hymns.
Grinding the coffin.
Yeah, you've seen me at a funeral, surely.
Dry humping the coffin, mate. Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. Jesus
No, I do
Christ.
it with rhythm, David. Don't just. It's so vulgar.
It just doesn't drop and twerk, you know.
No. Have to work that.
But you would, at every bit of music you heard, you would dance, whatever the situation.
Yeah.
You'd be happy with that, would you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I wouldn't be happy with either one, to be fair. But if I got to pick one, yeah, I'll do that one.
All right. Yeah.
For me, it's really difficult because if I'm at work, because some of the surgeons play music, and it's probably not always appropriate to be doing either. But I guess I'm gonna have to say singing, because you know.
I think singing. To be honest, I did dancing anaesthetist.
It's the safer option.
I would much prefer you to be singing than dancing and.
Sing them a lullaby.
I could. They'd have nightmares, but yeah, I could definitely do that. So for me, yeah, I think the safe option for just general day-to-day living would be the singing. But I have to say, I'm quite a happy dancer. So sometimes I'll just be doing housework and I'll put like music on and headphones and just dance around the kitchen like a loon, because you know. I
don't know why. Got to Break Free just burst into my head. I don't know why.
So yeah, for me, just because it's a safer option, but I'd be more than happy to dance, regardless of how bad. Yeah, absolutely. Option. It doesn't matter how bad my dancing is. So what about you, Richie?
I'm a dancer, not a fighter. Definitely. My singing is like cats being grated. So I would definitely... I sing to every tune anyway, irrespective of whether I know the lyrics or not. But I think my dancing skills are legendary.
I can imagine you dancing, Rich.
Yeah, on the next meet-up then, Rich, whenever that is, we're going to have a dance-off.
Yeah,
absolutely. On the floor.
Oh, yeah.
I have not cut the rug for many a year, but I do love a bit of grooving.
Oh yeah, so you do.
What he just did there, listeners, was pretty amazing. What he just did. That was just hand dancing, and that was impressive.
I am in my element as I glide across a dance floor. A little shimmy left, little shimmy right. Do you know that episode of the In-Betweeners?
Oh yeah,
not the episode, film, the sketch,
the film where they're dancing across the
film. Yeah. That's who's the character? I don't know the In-Betweeners well, but I do.
Is that the same film where he finger bashes the granny on the?
When he's in the white, he's dancing. And that's it. That's my favourite sketch. So definitely the dancing. I'd have no problem. Right, questions.
Okay, Richard, are you ready?
I'm ready to zero out. I mean, I am notoriously shit at quizzes.
Okay.
Absolutely. Even when I know the answer, I don't know the answer. So
you have
let's
three
hit that zero.
3 to beat James, and I think it was 15 to beat Dave.
Go on then.
Out of 39,
I've answered one.
It's not great. So,
All right.
what
Dwayne,
year?
fuck's sake.
Just saying.
I was feeling good about myself then for a second.
Is this a what year?
What year?
Is this a what year?
What year
Oh, okay.
was Pong released?
77.
Oh, 72.
Shit, was it? Bloody hell.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. In the Portal games, you are invited to have fun with science. But what laboratories would you be visiting for said fun?
Oh, yeah. A question I should know. Nope. Zeroed out on that.
Stuart, do you know? You look like you're wrecking your brain.
I am wrecking my brain. I can see the logo. It's
Yeah.
there. So
I can
see the words, but I can't read them.
Can I answer?
Sorry. Yeah.
Go on then, Dave.
give the answer.
It's Aperture.
It is Aperture.
Yeah, that's
See,
it.
Dave knows.
Fucking hell.
Dave.
Oh God! I can see Aperture. He's typed that.
I can
in,
even, but I can see the
but no.
logo. That's it. It's that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go on. Carry on.
Right.
Carry on.
So
That was a
your
sitter.
specialist subject is games on TV. So, what was the name of the video game show on ITV that was presented by Andy Crane and Violet Berlin?
Jesus Christ! The video game. Andy Crane.
He was in the broom cupboard, didn't he? What?
Oh, this is going to drive me mad.
Andy Crane. Okay, so I was just ready to throw Dexter out there with Games Master, and I thought that's where you were going with this. I'm going to say Games Master.
It's not. It's Bad Influence.
That's it.
Oh,
There's a YouTuber
shit,
called
yeah.
Nostalgia Nerd, and he does a lot of. We'll watch episodes of it with him talking over the top. Of course, it is.
I got led there with a raise of the eyebrow, as if it was a trick question, as if there was some horrible, spooky reboot of Games Master that Andy Crane had got involved in.
Does that not
Right, question.
wind you guys up though? Sorry, I had to check this.
What?
The program was called Bad Influence because of the thing of games being a bad influence that they are.
But it was then. That was
That
the.
they are. Yeah, but they're not.
It was
They're not,
the-
though, are they? It's just.
No.
Just
Look
stuff
how
like
you
that
turned
winds-
out.
Stuff like that winds me up.
I
to be
mean,
honest.
you turned out all right.
Yeah. Look, in your squat. Look at you hero.
With a washing machine behind you.
Okay. Next question. Question 4. Who's that Pokemon? If your nose becomes itchy whilst you are sleeping, it is a sure sign that one of these Pokemon is standing above your pillow and trying to eat your dream through your nostrils.
Okay, I know 2 Pokemon. One is Pikachu, the other one is Mewtwo, because I think it's quite amusing. This sounds like Me Too movement. So I'm going to go for Mewtwo.
No, it's Drowsy.
Oh, right, I could have just guessed that then. Sorry, is that one which 7 dwarf?
Twat.
Dwayne said that like everybody knew the answer to that then, didn't he?
I
Strange.
fucking hate
God,
it.
what's wrong with you people? Nintendo console codenames. What did the console that was codenamed the Nitro go on to become?
The Wii U.
The DS.
Fuck off. I could have just guessed my way through that. Fair enough.
You
Okay,
did,
go
and
on.
it was wrong.
Yeah, you guessed your way to the wrong answer.
So here's
Like
your
Dave.
second specialist subject question. Who was the video game reviewer on Channel 4's Big Breakfast?
Oh, Christ. So Johnny Vaughan obviously presented. Dexter Fletcher.
No, it was
I'm just going down the Dexter Fletcher Games Master. Just want every question. Gal Porter.
It was a young chap called Ben the Boffin.
Oh, crap, yes, of course it was. Oh, I do know that as well. I hate my old brain. Carry on.
This is so funny. Okay. Chris Redfield is one of the 2 playable characters in the original Resident Evil. Who was his sister?
The only character I know.
No, it's 2. Who was his sister who featured in the second game?
What? Oh God, I know this. Chris and oh no, I know
I beg to differ.
Janice.
No, what's really funny is James actually gave this as a answer earlier on.
He?
Yes, it's Claire Redfield.
Oh, Claire Redfield, fucking hell.
Okay,
Yeah.
Question 8. Everyone knows that the Zelda games are usually set in Hyrule. But where did the events of Majora's Mask take place?
Tipton.
Slag.
What? Bournemouth.
It might as well have been. It's a place called Termina.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I can't believe this. Okay, your next and last question in your specialist subject. Channel 4's Games Master was presented by Dominic Diamond for 6 of its 7 series, but who
Dexter
presented
Fletcher!
Series 3?
Dexter bloody Fletcher!
Yes, Dexter.
Wasn't it?
He didn't zero out.
That was why I raised my eyebrow. I was like, oh, okay.
Just answer Dexter Fletcher to everyone. I didn't get humiliated. I didn't zero out.
That was a bonus, mate. You got double points for that.
That's a 6.
Oh, did I get 6?
You got 6 for that one.
6 points for that.
You still got one more. You still got one more question, so you could still.
Oh, have I?
you still
Okay,
complete time.
okay. I'm done, man. I'm
Destiny
done.
Exotics.
Go on.
Name that weapon. This is the description. Please replace
My
the.
Dominitor.
Let me read it first. Please
Okay,
replace these
go on.
components if use causes fatal damage. Heatsink, magazine, operator.
My Dominitor.
That's the icebreaker.
No, I didn't do that. But I beat James.
Yeah, he's just come back now. He's giving
Here
the
he
news.
comes.
And
He
here he's back.
returns.
He's back. He's back. You gonna tell him?
Oh fuck! That means Rich got some right, didn't he?
I got my specialist question.
Is that the only thing you got right?
Yes.
I
Oh,
answered,
shit.
I answered Dexter Fletcher to at least 4 answers. The last one was that.
Have you had your go yet, Stu?
No, we haven't done Stu yet.
You haven't come last yet.
No, I
At
will
least-
zero out. so
At least I
don't
didn't
worry
get
about
0, so I'm fine.
that.
No,
I'll be getting
that's
that
fine.
for you. Don't you worry.
Okay,
You
so
can still come last.
this last one's from Jacko. Which gaming or movie character do you think your fellow Yossers bear a close physical resemblance to? A gaming movie doppelganger, you may say. Start with Stuart.
I have no idea. This is a horrible question, which is going to cause just arguments and maybe bad blood between the other
That's why
hosts.
Jacko did it.
I have no idea. You're all like beautiful angels.
Whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, I've been wrecking my brain over this one. I've no.
This is actually
idea.
really real
Have you got
tricky.
to say who we
Yeah, but that's
remind
it.
you
Yeah,
of?
it's just like, well,
Well,
You know-
I've got 2.
okay. You're all Destiny players with helmets on. There you go.
Oh,
well
cop out.
Don't crap out. Come on.
It's a complete cop out. I have no idea. Honestly, I'm thinking, Jacko, why? Oh, Delilah.
To be fair, he's posed an awesome question there.
He has.
He is.
It's
but
an awesome
I cannot-
question, but it's really difficult to
It
answer.
is hard. It's
Nice.
hard.
I've got.
Okay, well,
I've got
okay. What
3
would you
of
say then, Jack?
Okay, James.
So Rich looks like Rost from Horizon Zero Dawn.
Oh, shit, he does.
Yes, he does actually. Yeah.
And I remember
Yeah.
posting that
Yes.
on MLG way back.
Yeah.
When yeah.
Yes, he does.
Sorry, yeah.
I'm looking out
Dave,
now.
It's
for
a
whatever
good
reason,
bloke.
for whatever reason, Dave reminds me of Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah, all right.
Could be that. It could be that Weasley face.
I'll take Ross.
Thanks, mate.
Go on.
Yeah,
He's all right.
Stu reminds me of the clown from Dead by Daylight.
I've not played it, but my God.
And the
have
one
it,
I
to be
couldn't pick, and I couldn't think of one for, was Duane. I just struggled, and I just still haven't been able to place it. Really difficult, and it's even harder now that he's changed his fucking hair.
Oh, I never told you the story of that. My girlfriend was like, "You need a haircut. You need a haircut," and I was like, "Oh, I hate going." So some people hate going to the dentist. I hate going to the hairdresser.
Hey, well,
So she said, "That's fine. I'll give you a bit of a trim." No, I know. So she said, "I'll give you a bit of a trim," and she just gave me a fucking Karen bob. So I'm like, right, I have to go. I have to go to the hairdressers now. For a rescue haircut.
She sabotaged you purposely.
No, she did it. It was a total power play. She was like, "Your hair's getting out of control." Whoosh, and then that was it. It's like, right, okay, to the hairdressers I go.
What can we say to that? We got no.
Well, I don't know. Anyway, I digress from the actual topic at hand. So, David, what do you think to Jacko's question?
Yeah, okay. So, Duane looks like Princess Zelda.
Does he?
I thought about this, and the first thing that popped into my head was Zelda. Duane, you do look a little bit like her. Not completely like her, obviously, but just a little bit of... There's something there. I'm not... well, yeah. From Ocarina of Time, it's just... You just look... I don't know, mate. You just look a little bit like...
Blocky?
With the hair now, he reminds me a bit of...
Link.
Vega.
If I had
Vega
hair.
from Street Fighter when he had shorter hair.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, a cool character. I get a bloody clown. He gets a freaking Street Fighter.
Stu looks like another character from Ocarina of Time.
Bastard.
The King of the Gorons.
I'm not even... I'm gonna have to look this up.
I'm not sure what his name is, but Stu looks like him. Rich. Do you remember the game Manhunt? On the box art, there was a bloke strangling somebody else.
I look like that. I look like that.
Darunia, that's it.
Fuck.
Yeah,
that.
Yeah, look at it. It's like he's got a photo of himself.
I don't feel we've been abusive enough to Dave over the course of this podcast.
Rich is like the box art for Manhunt was a guy sticking a plastic bag over someone else's head and killing them. Rich looks like the bloke who had the plastic bag in his hand, killing the other bloke.
Fair enough.
Just
watch it.
Like a some sort of psychopath. James looks like Shadow Colossus, the first Colossus from that.
No, he does. He does.
Just like a vacant caveman type thing. Who doesn't even know what's going on. That's my answer.
Okay.
How about you,
Rich?
Ryan? Oh, sorry.
Oh, okay. Okay, go for me. Right. So, I gaming is so hard. So I went down the movie route. So, Stuart is Bob Hoskins. Lisa didn't say Danny DeVito.
But you just did.
That's what I mean. So I said Bob Hoskins. Rich is Jason Statham.
God.
Jason
Statham's not. He's a film character.
That's not. I went with the movie line because I went with the movie, the game or film. Dave is obviously Macaulay Culkin.
Fuck.
Because he's just baby face.
To be fair, I am Home Alone.
And speaking of Home Alone, James, if he didn't have glasses, would be like Marv, one of the wet bandits.
There he is.
So those are my answers. Rich?
Okay, going to be complimentary to Duane, Prince of Persia.
Oh, thanks, man.
Very nice.
For Duane.
Yeah.
And then it's salt into us.
I still haven't. Bowser.
Stu.
For who?
For who?
Stu.
I'll take that.
Okay.
I'll take Bowser.
Dr. Robotnik.
Oh, yeah, Stu, definitely. Yeah, I like that.
Yes.
I like that.
Yes, that is a good one,
Brilliant.
actually. I like that.
These all feel like insulting characters you've all come out with so far.
And for some reason, Ratchet for Dave. It's just not insulting. Really.
Ratchet. Yeah, okay, yeah.
I told you. He's a weaselly little face, but, you know.
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah,
a Weasley
that's what-
look.
yeah.
Yeah, Ratchet.
That's why
yeah.
I do have like
It
a
is
rodent.
Ratchet,
I
isn't
do
it?
have
The
a
Weasley
rodent-y
one.
type
Ratchet
look
and
about
Clank.
this.
Yeah, Clank's
I
the
would agree with
robot.
that,
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's that
So.
untrusting, weaselly face of his.
Right. So thanks, Jacko. That was actually quite a cool question. Right. So Stuart, are you ready?
Right. Yeah, I am, but I'm going to put a caveat in this. Right.
Exactly.
No.
Well,
No.
triggered.
Well, oh, yeah, I'm always angry, whatever. Right.
Triggered.
I can't. I hate quizzes. I just don't do them or anything like that. So this is going to be a quick fire. You can answer me the question. Answer it, and then I'll answer it. Answer it.
Yeah, that's what he mate. That's what he was going to do anyway. He was going to ask you the questions. You were going to answer
Yeah,
them.
really? No. We ramble on far too much. It's just going.
That's what I'm supposed to do, but it's all good fun. Right. So here's also a question, but also how much attention were you paying earlier? What are the 4 Pac-Man ghosts called?
Quick fire.
Bill, Kevin, Karen, and Albert.
Okay.
Ooh, 2 right.
So I came onto Facebook this morning, and David Southall had posted a picture of the Pac-Man scoreboard, and on there were the answer to this question. So I was like, and you had liked it. So I thought, well, Stuart will obviously get this one right because he's seen this, so he'll know the answer is Inky, Pinky, Blinky, and Clyde.
Of course.
Dude,
I know.
That is
Right,
a swing and a miss.
You want to see somebody who's going to zero out? Watch this space.
Come on.
No.
Come on. Give it to him, both barrels.
Where, in which game, would you find the Ace Chemicals plant?
Batman. No.
Batman. I'll accept. So it's Gotham or Arkham City, but I'll
Okay,
accept.
Right. Hey.
Oh,
Okay,
fuck.
I'm gonna. Oh yeah. Cool. Next.
Yeah, he's into it
No.
now. He's into
I
it
was
now.
actually going to say, give me half a point for that because I didn't really get it right. But yeah, I'll take it.
No, it's fine. It's fine because I did say which game. Right, so I've done you a very special set of bonus questions. I'm not going to tell you what they are. If you can guess what the link is between the questions, you get a bonus point. So your first question is: FIFA is a very popular gaming franchise. In the quarter-final between Argentina and England of the 1986 World Cup in Mexico, Diego Maradona used the hand of God to put the ball past which legendary goalie?
Oh man.
Juan Rodriguez Juanha.
What the fuck? It's an
Because he's-
English goalkeeper.
I don't know.
English
goalkeeper.
goalkeeper.
Who couldn't
Barry.
jump more than
I fucking don't know.
Gary Barry. Oh yeah, like you just assume Gary Barry. Galbao, they call him Galbao.
Nothing about football.
So the answer is, as Richard will tell you,
Gary Barry.
Peter Shilton.
so Peter Shilton. Well done,
who
Rich.
somehow managed to shrink as he was jumping for that ball. Fucking useless.
Yes. Anyway,
Oh,
so
controversial.
question 4: who's that Pokemon? This Pokemon uses its tail to catch prey by dipping it in the water at the side of a river. However, this Pokemon often forgets what it's doing and spends its entire days just loafing at the water's edge.
Drippy fuck.
Drippy fuck.
He'll accept it.
I'll accept that. That's fine.
What?
No, the answer is no.
Drippy fuck.
Slowpoke.
Brilliant.
You're about right, but Nintendo it's Slowpoke is the answer.
Oh, okay.
I'm not accepting.
Close.
I'm not accepting. I was joking. Nintendo console codename. What console was originally called the Dolphin?
Wii U.
GameCube.
Cube.
Oh, okay.
I knew that.
That wasn't your question.
No. Okay. So here's your next question, Stuart. Right. So this is your next bonus question.
Oh,
you still
football.
haven't guessed. You still haven't guessed the link. Who Wants to Be a Millionaire has seen various editions popping up as video games. Who famously got caught trying to cough his way to £1 million?
This was
It was on telly, mate, a couple of months ago.
It was on telly. I watched it as well.
If only you could remember
Sorry,
his name.
don't know. Sorry.
No, we thought these people would be your kind of people.
Mate, you must give it to Jesus.
You're just giving it to him.
Once a
He's
week.
not allowed that point. He's not allowed it.
So what's your specialist subject?
I've just tried the Maradona thing as well. Duane, that is awesome. That is absolutely awesome.
Is it all the cheats of this one?
Brilliant. I like that.
Right, by the way, I haven't actually told you, but this is my last podcast with this group. I'm out of it.
Oh,
Okay.
That is brilliant. That is brilliant.
So the answer to that was actually Charles Ingram.
Your mate shit.
In Resident
Cheating bastard.
Cheating bastard.
Cheating bastard.
Oh dear. In
Quick
Resident
fire, let's
Evil.
go. Yeah.
Oh god. In Resident Evil, Chris and Jill were members of STARS. What does STARS stand for?
Somebody took all
I'm just going to put you down as a 0.
Close. It's close.
Rolos took all the Rolos. Sods.
Oh, just got it wrong at the last one.
You were so close. It's special tactics and rescue service.
Cool.
Okay, so Rapture was the setting for Bioshocks 1 and 2. But what was the name of the floating city in the sky in Bioshock Infinite?
Columbia. Fucking hell.
Hey,
Oh,
there you
shit.
go.
Thank God for that. No messing about.
Mate, you had one. You did get one right earlier.
No, but I've
No,
just
you
been faffing about. That was a bang in there.
That was a nail on. Bang on.
Okay.
6 points.
So here's your next bonus question. And as we've discovered, the
Well, I know the
subject
answer,
is...
so it's cheating, so moving on. Come on.
No. This is an actual question. You have to get this one right.
Okay.
Dave's favourite game, The Sims, could be likened to popular reality TV show Big Brother, who was evicted from the Big Brother house in its very first season for trying to manipulate other housemates' votes.
What was his name?
Yeah.
It was Nasty. No, not Nasty Nick. Was it Nasty Nick? Or was Nasty Nick an EastEnders character? Get confused.
I'm way off this.
Oh, what? He was a real slimy fuck as well, if I remember.
Yes, he was.
Just like you.
I'm not. How am I
time.
manipulating anything? The only thing I'm going to manipulate is my fist in your face. But we're in lockdown, so you're safe for now. Nasty something.
Oh yeah, nasty.
Nasty,
But Nasty Nick.
Nasty
Why
bastard.
don't you just? It's
Nasty Nick. I'm going to
illiterate.
go for Nasty Nick. I don't think it is that.
I will accept
I'd
it. It
accept
was
that.
actually Nasty Nick. That was his nickname, but his full name was Nicholas Bateman.
Oh, it was Nasty Nick.
Oh,
Yeah.
It was.
Give him it.
I'm
Nasty Nick,
accepting
yeah.
it because that was the nickname he was given
you
in
are.
the press. So your last question is Destiny. Name that exotic weapon. This weapon is full of it.
Is there a Destiny weapon called the cheating fuck? Because it's probably that.
Yeah, you got it, remember? And you were
Yeah.
using it against Rich.
The mythical.
What was Rich's? Oh, I'll do that one in a minute. Just this one.
I don't know, sorry. The boomstick la. I don't know. Sorry.
The answer is super good advice.
What was Rich's?
Hang on, I'll go back for Rich's. Well, you want to see if you can get it?
I'm just interested. I won't get it because I didn't get any of them so far.
Okay, so please replace these components if use causes fatal damage. Heat sink, magazine, operator.
No idea.
That was the icebreaker.
The icebreaker.
There's no reason he'd know the answers to that. He didn't know the answer to any of it.
I couldn't even get that a second time, and
My question's done.
Yeah, he did.
They are.
Yeah, no, that's it. Your questions are done. And
How many did I win?
so actually, the winner with 15 from my quick calculations was
Fucking
Dave.
Hacker.
Come on,
Dave
boys.
nailed it.
Yes.
Stuart's got
How was I no more than you fuckers? That's how.
12.
yep, and Richard got 6, and James got 3.
Ah,
James.
take the L.
He's
Take
propping
the
at
L.
the bottom. He's on
Love
the
it
bottom.
when James takes the L.
Fuckers.
Right, so our next question is from the lovely David Southall, aka Frank Skinner, and his question is:
Hello, Year of Shamers. I'm Frank Skinner. David Southall here, over from the Midlife Gamer Mothership and, of course, sunny Wolverhampton. If you haven't worked out by now already, I'd like to ask each of you, what would you put into your Gaming Room 101? So, what's been annoying you? What are you sick to the back teeth of? Or what are you just had enough of in the world of video games? As always, lads, keep up the fantastic job you're doing, and thanks for everything.
Stuart.
Right, is it a game what you've played or not played, or does it matter? It's just
It doesn't just matter.
I don't
Any
think
game
it's
you
the
feel.
game.
Okay.
It was
No,
what was you put into gaming room into room? I think it's just gaming stuff in general. I don't think it's a particular game.
Oh, so it could be a peripheral.
It could be anything gaming related. He didn't. I don't think he said a game.
Okay, well, the game I would definitely put in, and it's a recent one I've played, and it was on my Year of Shame, would be Republic, because it is a load of bollocks. It really is. Don't recommend it to anybody playing it. Would I put a peripheral in? Yeah, the VR gun, because there's no games for it. There's one game and that's it. So it's on my shelf, just collecting dust, does nothing.
Yeah.
So that'll probably go in now, just as a waste of money, really. So, no, I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, that's it for me. James, how about you?
Fallout 3.
Oh, why?
And why?
Because that's the game that destroyed my interest in single-player games, because I broke the mechanic accidentally, and it destroyed my interest for years, until I played Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yeah, you did mention that on the previous podcast as well.
And that would be why. Not because the game wasn't good, because it was good, but that's why we're going into oblivion.
Bad saving, yeah.
No, not bad saving. Bad.
No, well, yeah. Well, he crapped out on you, yeah.
Rich?
I would definitely put Firewall and the VR gun into Game Room 101. That's Game Room into Room 101. Gaming Room 101, because that is a terrible game and a terrible
I didn't think you actually
peripheral.
played it. I thought you were waiting to play it.
Firewall?
Yeah.
Is it? It is
Yeah,
Firewall.
yeah.
No, I played it for about 10-15 minutes and it's just absolutely broken.
Oh.
It's all.
Okay.
I wonder what it's like now. We
Yeah.
quite like that shoot, didn't we?
Yeah, it was quite
on
alright,
that. Made me feel sick, but it was decent.
Well, yeah, there you go. But I think the game that has most disappointed me is perhaps because it's recent memory, but it's Outer Worlds. That can go to Game Room 101.
Harsh as fuck. That's really harsh.
Because it's more that just the disappointment of it. I think I had such high hopes of it that it just it's failed me. It's elements of every game I love pulled together into a terrible game cake. So that's for me.
Fair enough.
Daniel?
He's got such a big list of pack of fives, and who knows?
No, do you know, I've given this some thought, and actually something is crystallised in my brain whilst thinking about this question. And I finally, who asked this question? Frank Skinner. Frank Skinner.
Frank Skinner.
Thank you, Frank. Because you have sorted a mystery out of my brain, which was I couldn't understand why I didn't like Horizon Zero Dawn. And all you lot did. But this question has made me work out why I didn't like it. And the thing I would put into Gaming Room 101 is just outdated open world game design. So any open world game for the last Christ knows how many years has had the same format of
go there, do this, do that.
Outer Worlds.
Well, yeah, but excluding Outer Worlds because I like that. No, but and that's what I didn't like about Horizon Zero Dawn. It just felt too familiar. It's finally twigged. It was like it just felt old.
That is
an odd. No, that is really
controversial.
odd though, because you like things like Assassin's Creed.
How can you play Outer Worlds, Assassin's Creed, and that? Yeah,
Even Far Cry to a certain degree.
I agree with Far Cry, but Far Cry is more fun to play than.
It is fun, yeah.
It is fun, isn't it? The shooting mechanic is as good as, if not better than Destiny, and I've said that before.
Just a little side note, I'm very happy that the new Far Cry game is coming out next year.
Yeah.
Very happy about this.
Far Cry Breaking Bad, or whatever it's called. So and you think about it, a lot of open world games, it's the same thing. Okay, things are different, the settings are different, this is different, the graphics are different, characters are different, but fundamentally, they are all the same game.
They are, but I think you are right. I think all
something new. We need something new.
Cyberpunk.
We need something new.
No, they're not though. How can you go something new? There's only so many kind of games you can design. What it is though, is the stories they tell within that game.
I disagree with that. If you look at games from 5-10 years ago, things have moved on since then, and I just feel
in technology ways, yeah.
Well, yeah,
the basic storytelling. I mean, look at Skyrim. How old is Skyrim now? Near 8-9 years old. I don't like it, but I know a load of people do love it. And like Mass Effect for me, Mass Effect is a pinnacle. And and that was.
But that's not. But things moved on from Mass Effect.
They have, but it's not.
But things need to move on again. That's what I'm saying. Game design needs to move on again. The technology is advancing. Let's have different types of games, particularly open world. Because they're all the same.
Is it like what somebody said? Is that there's only 7 different stories like in films, but it's the way you tell them. There's only actual 7 kind of stories, but it's the way you.
Yeah, I understand that. Well, let's tell the stories in a different way then, because.
Well, they do. Horizon Zero Dawn is a completely different story.
It's like Outer Worlds didn't connect with Rich, but it connected with you. It's fantastic. There is that much choice, and we can dive into different.
There's exceptions to every rule, but if you were to,
there wasn't enough swords and dragons.
If you take the last 30 open world games over the last 5 years, whatever, fundamentally they're all the same.
But they're going to be.
Go to the map and look at this. Well, yeah, but let's have something different. That's what I'm saying.
All games are like that. All those sorts of single-player games are like that.
No, you're right. And maybe, though, because I think maybe he's got a point now, because maybe we're so into it that we're not knowing. And when something does drop, and it is something brand new, we'll be like, oh my God, what was happening? But, all RTS games are the same at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Well, maybe it's time for a new genre then or something. I don't know. I just think things may be getting a bit stale. I know
that's why you, sir, should be a game designer. I would want to play one of your games.
So, imagine that.
So you're putting open world games in Room 101
in their current state, yes.
Well, including Assassin's Creed games, which you actually like as well.
Yeah, they're in there too, mate. Yeah. They're getting in there.
So the games you do like, you're going to put in there?
Yeah. Just because of what I said, because I think things have been the same for ages, and let's have a change.
Let's change it. Let's change it up. And talking of that, good segue to change it up. Has everyone answered that question, James?
Yeah, Duane hasn't yet.
Duane hasn't.
Duane, have you answered the question?
I haven't answered the question yet. So for me...
Answer the question, Duane.
Just generally, competitive online multiplayer, I find it to be the most annoying arena to be in.
Do you know what we say? Do you know what us in the competitive multiplayer arena say?
Get good. Yeah, I know.
Get good. Fucking Jacko is get good.
I completely... Duane, I am 100% on your side here.
I just find
100%.
it... I don't know, it's sometimes too stressful environment. And when you're playing games essentially to relax, then you don't really relax when you got some 12-year-old American kid telling you what he's done with your mother, and you're like, oh really? Okay.
Awesome 43-year-old bloke.
Yeah.
Mate, I'm 46 years old. If somebody's going to tell me they've shagged my mum, I'm not. Fucking sicko. That's what I'm saying.
My mate who is 47 years old got a letter from PlayStation to tell him to stop abusing people on text chat for Rocket League.
Letter.
It was an actual physical letter through the post to say that he had been reported for numerous bullying incidents for Rocket League.
And was he?
Yeah, absolutely. He's absolutely admitted he has a massive problem with it.
What was he saying?
He was texting people after Rocket League matches, most of them sort of 12, 14-year-old boys, and claiming what he'd done to their mother and that's what multiplayer arena does to you. Yeah,
well, there you go.
His wife was
married.
Incredibly happy to open up. Yeah. What is this?
He was in
telling
trouble
you to cease and desist in abuse.
Brilliant. So that kind of proves my point, I think. Thank you very much. But I think that also plays into my preference for the single player game, which has like stronger narrative and that kind of thing. So it's just a personal preference thing. I don't particularly enjoy those kind of things. Yeah. So
if you want strong narrative, you need to speak to my mate Steve. Strong narrative.
Right, you sound a little bit like me as well. So it's like, for instance, you were a big Destiny player back in the day.
Yeah,
that was fun, but I don't think you played it as in a competitive kind of way. You played it PvE.
No, I rarely touched Crucible.
Yeah. And that was like me as well. Now, the only time I did Crucibles with like James and Jacko and
Banner.
Vicky and all that. Yeah, that was it really. And it was okay depending on how good you were doing. And then sometimes though, what was the point of me being there? But yeah, I'm more of a PvE player. I'll play Division 2 PvE. You know, I can't stand the PvP. It's horrible. But it's, again, I feel stressed.
Well, go back to the Destiny. It's how much fun we had doing those raids, and that's because it's cooperative multiplayer, and that's much more fun.
And how
for me.
much fun did Rich not have doing the PvP?
It was wonderful, and we did enjoy that though, really, didn't we?
Four of us really enjoyed that.
Exactly.
Hammers.
And on that bombshell, we're running quite thick on the time. So let's move it on, guys, and finish it up with Stu's housekeeping.
Right, it's very short and sweet. YouTube channel. We did the Dickies challenge. We did split screen as well, so we could see how Dave absolutely thrashed the living daylights out of me. So you can check all his techniques and stuff.
We'll have to do that for the next one as well.
Yeah, definitely. I think that'll be a normal thing now. It's like having a double screen thing. So we're mainly contactable through the Facebook channel, which you probably all know us through anyway. So obviously dropping any comments on there. We got an email, weareashamed@gmail.com. Remember, we've had a couple of users, including famously Frank Skinner, who's dropped in there. And Duane showed me this beautiful, beautiful new piece of Lego he's had. Oh, anyway, stop distracting me. And that's the main. That's the two main routes you can get us. Facebook is the main one, and then email's the second one. But like on the YouTube channel, anytime we do stream, we'll put things on there. I didn't know. Did anybody catch my Fallout 4 stream the other day?
Yeah.
My God, it's still rough as hell.
Fallout 76.
Yeah, 76. Sorry, yeah. They've got They've got NPCs now, which they didn't have before, but it's still broke. And I doubt it'll go back to it. But all things like that. Oh, and we got Dave's World Tennis. That one's on there as well.
Oh, I have to watch that.
Yeah, but I was trying to think. It doesn't look that bad. What's he on about?
I might watch that because I can't actually remember it because I was really drunk.
You were very drunk. That was it. I was trying to get you to say the word digital. You were like, digital.
I was quite I might watch that just to find out what happened.
So, and that's all for housekeeping. Is there any other business which anybody would like to confess anything? David, would you like to confess something to the group?
There was something I was going to mention earlier and I forgot, but and then I thought I'll mention it next month. But you've given me the opportunity, so I'll mention it now. And it occurred to me last month and this month that when we introduced the show, the podcast, we don't actually elaborate anymore on what it's about. The fact that it's us not buying games. So, in case we have any new listeners
at the end.
Who've made it this far.
But if by some miracle we were going to have some new listeners, so people that hadn't listened to this before that actually started listening to it, we probably need to explain what it's about, and we haven't done that yet. We haven't done that.
What do you think this is about? Why do you think?
Well, no, about people not buying games. So it's called the Euro Show Challenge, and we're not buying games for a year. But in the last two podcasts, maybe more than that.
4 games, Stu. Fucking hell.
We haven't actually described to people what it's about, but we might have new people listening.
Okay, well, we'll put a pin in that, and maybe next month we'll bring it at the beginning of the show.
Well, if they've made it this far, then my advice would be to them, go back and start at episode 1.
I know I should have mentioned it earlier.
Or even go back to the 00 episode.
But if you were tuning in for the first time, you would.
To be fair, okay, that's a nice little.
Well, you would think there's 5 people. One of those people, right? If you were completely new into it, you didn't know what was happening, right? You didn't have any background information on it at all. All you would think was it was a story about 5 blokes. 4 of those blokes didn't buy video games, and the other bloke did, and it would be confusing. You think, what's going on here? So I'm just saying, we maybe need to clarify it next time.
Okay, so you're just questioning our professionality.
Yeah, because you think one of these blokes
and 7 months
appears to be allowed to buy games, and the other 4 don't. That's all I'm saying.
Fair enough.
Okay.
And fair enough. And any other business on that? If not, I say
Daniel talk again. That's the only other
don't
business.
Let Daniel talk. And also, people might question him why someone who we started with a bloke called Dave has now turned into Daniel.
Danielle. It's Danielle now.
At weekends.
Yeah. Okay, so I think this is time to wrap it up, and everyone say good night, God bless, and have a great gaming month.
Bye.
And
good night.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye. Yo. I got a new one for you. Year of shame. It's a year of shame. It's a year of shame. We ain't looking for fame. We ain't buying no games. I got my boys Stu, Dave, and James. Let's not forget the future boy. His name is Duane. Big shout out to the brothers, it shall be the same. Running through the back catalogues, playing those classics again. Trying to complete what we've not finished is our aim. Yeah! From buying new discs and downloads, we've refrained. That addiction to the store is tamed. It's what it's like on a year of shame. It's what it's like on a year of shame. It's what it's like on the year of shame. Big shout out to the YOS08. Yeah, it's the YOS08 crew. Send big love to you. Peace out, brothers.